今天的主角，他不按牌理出牌的风格，以及源源不绝的创作能量，即将震撼你的心灵。掌声欢迎来自西班牙的纸牌魔术大师 Dani da Otis。Hi Dani. Yeah.
Hello, my friend. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Listen me very well.
大家都听得到吗
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, very good.
That's great. I am very happy to be here. Okay, we start now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Very, very good, because I don't understand Chinese. I don't know if you introduce me, you want I start, or you do question for me, or I don't know. I start. Because this is a very long day, I will go very relaxed. Usually I am very fast.
他今天会非常轻松，稍微比较慢一点，比他平时还要再慢一些。
Because my idea always is in 1 hour and a half, 1 hour, 30 minutes. Usually this is the time I have. In this time, my idea always is to put the more information possible.
他以前都是大概在半小时到1个半小时之间的时间，然后可是这次因为时间比较多，所以他可以尽量再多塞一点东西进入这个课程里面。
Some people tell me, yes, but if you put all information possible, this is too much for us and we understand nothing.
他说平时如果塞太多东西的时候，很多人都会回馈说太多东西一次没办法吸收。
This is true. This is true, but this is true in a live lecture, in person, when you are in a magic club. But when you are in a internet like here, the good thing is you can replay that every time you want.
他说确实如果是实体的研习会的话，这个会是一个比较大的问题。可是如果是线上的话，有录影之后，我们可以再重新播放这个影片，可以再看一次。
This is why always in every of my lecture I do in the live, always I put maximum information possible, because I am not working for the moment. I am working for this will be with you forever.
所以他说，就是如果要在录影的情况下，做研习会的话，他会尽量把所有的资料全部塞在这个时间里面，这样子方便以后再继续播放，再重新观看。
I understand magic is surprise. I understand magic is a stronger emotion. I understand magic is a stronger moment. But the more important for me, magic is the friendship.
他说他觉得魔术是很震撼、很精彩，可是对他来说最重要的是，魔术是一个友谊。
For me, magic don't exist without friendship. So please feel like a friendship, feel like a friend, and ask me anything you want.
所以他觉得说，如果全部都只是震撼跟效果，其实他觉得魔术没有什么意义。所以如果有什么问题的话，建议大家都可以问他，什么问题都可以问。
I don't like to work, and for me this is not a work. For this is my passion. This is my hobby. Like your passion, like your hobby, and this is why this is a friendship group.
他说他不喜欢工作，可是魔术对他来说是一个兴趣，然后对他来说跟大家一起互动也是他的兴趣之一，对他在这兴趣的当中里面的其中一个成分。
I think this is the more important thing I tell you in this lecture, and I tell you now before I start. You are more important than the trick. Be happy when you are working and make the people be happy.
他说他认为接下来的这个部分比较在对于所有的魔术都还要更重要，就是你比这个魔术效果跟比这个表演还要更重要，你自己要开心，这魔术才会精彩。
The trick is not the more important. The more important is the personal experience with the people. The magic is made by people, by humans, by persons, and you are a person like the spectator.
他说，表演本身那个怎么样子去表演不是重点，重点是你怎么样子跟观众互动。观众是一个人，你也是一个人，在人跟人之间的连接，这样子是魔术本身最重要的地方。
I learned something from one of my master, Mr. Leonard Green. I learned something many years ago, changed my life.
他说他跟 Leonard Green 学了一个东西，非常的重要的东西，改变了他的人生。
And he told me, your technique is very good. Your trick is very impossible. But your smile is the best.
他说你的表演非常的好看，非常的厉害，可是你的笑容是最好的，是你最好的部分。
Always I learn from Leonard, and I listen for many, many times. Your smile is your best investment.
他说在魔术里面，他从 Leonard 那边听到说，最大的投资、最好的投资是他的笑容。
Because I love what a magician is doing, not for what the magician is doing. I love what the magician is doing for the magician, for the person, because I feel I have empathy.
他说他觉得，他变这些魔术，他不是为了魔术本身，而是为了魔术师。他觉得，可以通过魔术有同理。
I understand this is not very commercial to say that in the beginning of a lecture, because the people want to see tricks. But this is my philosophy, and this for me is more important than the tricks, because tricks is only tricks. But every person is unique, and this is the more important.
他说他知道，很多人可能不会，他觉得这样子开场就直接说这些东西，有点不太像正常的研习会。大家可能希望看到很多魔术表演，可是，魔术表演终究只是 tricks， 就只是一些小技巧而已。他觉得在开场之前，先跟大家讲这个他觉得很重要的观念，比起这些小魔术还要更重要。
We are making no tricks. We are making moments for the people, and the moment is make it for the persons.
他说我们创造的不是一些魔术，我们创造的是一个经验，然后这个经验是为了不同的人而创造的。
I remember many years ago, Howard Hamburg, another of my father in magic, he explained me the next history, and now I start with the lecture.
他说他从 Howard Hammer 那边学了一些蛮多东西的，然后他现在就要开始我们那个研习会本身。
Howard Hamburg asked to the professor, Dani Vernon, hey professor, what is more important in a trick, the beginning, the middle, of the final, or the final?
他问Howard Hammer 曾经问过 Dani Vernon 说，一个魔术哪个成分最重要，开头、中间还是结尾？
And Dani Vernon answered him, well, the trick is not very good. The middle of the trick is not very good if not have an interesting begin.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
The middle of the trick, the middle in the structure, the middle is not very good if the begin is not very interesting.
是，他说那个魔术的中间，如果前面不够精彩的话，中间也不会好。
But at the same time, the final is not very, very strong if the middle of the structure of the trick is not interesting, but the middle is coming from the beginning.
他说，如果中间不精彩的话，那结尾的地方也不会够力。可是，中间又来自魔术的前面，开场的部分。
Howard, say Vernon, you know what? I don't know if the beginning is more important than the middle of the structure of the trick, or the middle of the structure of the trick is more important than the final.
他说他发现，魔术的中间未必比魔术的开场还要更重要，然后魔术的结尾也未必比魔术的中间还要更重要。
But you know what is the more important? The moment. This is the more important thing. The moment. And this is magic. Magic is moment.
他说，最重要的是这整个的经验。他说，魔术本身就是一个经验。
When a spectator take a card and put the card in the middle, and now I shuffle the deck, and now catch and complete, blah, 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 and finally the card is on the top. This is the moment. The card is on the top.
他说可能从一张牌放在扑克牌的中间，然后讲一些话，然后做一些事情，然后牌跑到最上面的时候，这本身就是一个经验。
And this moment, no depends of the technique, depends of you, because technique is only physical thing, but magic is not only physical. Magic is sensation. Magic is emotion.
他说魔术是一个感觉，然后是一个体验，所以魔术虽然出现在最上面是那个瞬间那个经验很重要，然后所以它不是说真的只是手法或者是怎么样子办到的。
And when we are talking about emotions, we are not talking about double leaf. We are not talking about palming. We are not talking about scan spread or Ainsley count. We are talking about persons.
他说，当你提到魔术里面的一些灵魂跟魔术里面的一些体验的话，已经不是在讨论里面用到的技巧，像是双翻或者是Ainsley count 或者是Ascanius 的摊牌法，都不是这些。
That is the more important persons like you.
他说最重要的是人，所以像各位一样。
So many magicians is practicing a technique for hours, for days, for years, but always forget practicing himself. We are the best weapon we can have in our hands.
所以他说，很多魔术师花了非常多年去精进自己的手法跟自己的一些技巧，可是从来忘记要精进自己这个人。他说，魔术本身里面，我们人是我们最重要的武器。
Okay, we start with a few tricks if you want. I introduce like so for you understand more or less what is my conception of magic, because you will understand better when I explain something.
好，他说他现在要准备开始可能表演一些小魔术，然后接下来会讲解一下他对魔术的一些概念跟想法。
Tell me any value, my brother, yourself, I don't care.
随便找一位观众。
那找观众就直接我好了。
好。
Hey Danny, you need a number?
Yes, value ace to king.
Ace to king. 5.
This is only for a start. Only for a start. Any value between one. Any value between 1 and king.
A 到 K 的随便任何一张。
What do you say? You say 5?
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Okay, 5. I try to find the 4-5.
好，他现在开始找4张5。
Look my hands.
看他的手。
I do nothing. I only shuffle. I shuffle again. Yes, shuffle. I don't know how I shuffle, but I shuffle. I shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. Let me to search the 5. No. I don't put the close-up camera because I want you follow this trick until the final in this camera. Later you understand why.
他说他没有放近距离的摄影机，就是他想先用从前面的看，之后再把它玩到放更近距离的摄影机。
Okay.
But believe me, it's no fine. No.
相信他里面真的完全没有5。
Okay, because in the box, I have 4 cards. And this is 1 5, another 5, another 5, another 5. Now I can put the close up. Now I can put, but because the box is out of the camera, I don't want you feel I do something. Okay, maybe to the, I don't know, to the translator guy. Well, remind me your name, please, brother.
My name is Vincent.
Vincent.
Yeah, or Vicente, si quieres.
Vicente, un placer, my friend. I show you cards, okay, and you see, maybe for this camera, you see, this camera, I don't know if it's very, very close for you. You see a card.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is very close for you. You see one?
Sure. Yep.
Was only example. You see one?
Yeah, okay. I saw one.
Okay. Tell me the color of the card. Only the color.
It's black.
Black. Tell me the value.
It's a 2. 我选了一张黑色的
But the spade or clubs?
spade.
2 of spade. It's a pity because I have 2 of club here. Not 2 of clubs, 2 of spade. But really, I don't know where is the 2 of spade. But I can do a special thing. For example, let me now to put the close up. If I take the 2 of clubs, okay, and you want the 2 of spade, look, puff, 2 of spade, right? I love that.
What?
Vicente, look another card. I have many, like so.
Okay.
Look or
Sure.
make. What card you want?
Okay, the 4 of spades.
Which one?
The 4 of spades.
I have one card here. You don't see, and this guy is exactly the 4 of spades. With the faces, no possible. But I try to do a special thing. I try this card is coming from here to the top of the deck. Okay, where is the ace? Look. And now 4 of spades is here. We can do another thing. Tell me any card you want, Vicente.
Any card I want.
Any card you want.
The 7 of diamonds.
You know what? This is only an improvisation part. Okay, later if you want to, I explain that. You remind me because this is not in a schedule.
Sure.
So please.
他说这个东西只是他现在在即席的表演。如果大家想要了解讲解的话，等一下会再跟他讲。大家可以说一下，如果想看这个东西怎么变的话。好。
Okay, you have tell me any card. What can you tell me?
The 6 of diamonds.
No, you tell me before. Which one? I don't remember.
7 of diamonds. 7 of diamonds earlier.
7. You like 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I know me. It's possible I want to force you. So tell me stop only when you want.
Sure. Stop.
Yeah, 7 of diamonds.
Oh.
I don't know what more I can do. For example, I do a special trick. You can translate. You know I love any card, any number.
大家都知道他非常喜欢 any card and any number 的表演。
Okay?
Yes.
Then I have idea, and the idea is to do a special any coincidence from any card, any number.
Sorry, coincidence?
I try to do a coincidence from any card, any number.
所以他想要从any card and any number 然后做 coincidence.
Okay, I shuffle the deck. When you shuffle the deck and you cut and complete, if I divide this deck in 2 piles, like so, in any position, I am sure 1 card is coincidence.
他说他这样子随便洗牌之后，然后放成2叠，他相信其中至少会有1张牌，2张牌是会重叠在一起的，会是同样一个数字。
Okay, so I put now the close up. And you tell me any position you want, and in this position is a coincidence, between 1 and 26.
24，我说第24个地方会是巧合的发生。
No, between 1 and 15 or 16 or something, because this is almost the last. The last
okay,
is
sure.
If it's a difficult number.
Sure, 9 then, 9.
9, okay. Look, I do nothing. I only count until 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one is the number 9, right? And here is exactly the coincidence, 2 and 2. But you know what? This is not the coincidence in number 9. This is coincidence from number 9.
他说巧合不只是发生在第9章，它是从第9章开始。
Because now this card is also a coincidence.
Oh.
This card is a coincidence. All card is a coincidence. Coincidence, 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 all card is a coincidence. And now, look these two piles, because I only need to pass my hands. And now, it's a coincidence. Coincidence. It's a coincidence, 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 coincidence. Ta-da! I love this routine. This routine is completely new. I never published before.
他说这是一个新的流程程序。
Yeah, I published maybe more than 20 years ago in my book, my personal deck, but it's completely different.
他说他曾经做过一个类似的东西，在一本书里面写过这一个表演。
I would like to recover this routine for explain you if you like, because it's very easy to do and very, very strong.
他说这个效果非常的强，可是它非常的简单。
So if you want, I can explain you.
所以大家想要的话，可以讲解这个魔术怎么表演的。
Okay, almost half an hour after I start the lecture, I explain one trick. I'm sorry.
半小时，花了半小时，终于要开始讲解魔术了。
哇，太好了！
I will take a new deck because this new deck is in order, so I don't need to put the order again and lost time.
是，开一副新的扑克牌，因为这样子他就不用重新排。
So, what you need also, or what you need only, is two piles with the same order.
就只需要两叠都是同样的顺序的牌。
For example, I will put in order very, very fast for you. I revert here. Let me to put in order, but I put the order, but any order is possible. Only the important is the coincidence between orders, okay?
他说不用是完全照顺序，可是只要刚好有对到牌就好了。
For example, I put the 4, I put the 8, I put the 9. I go very, very, very fast, like so. Okay, I go very, very. Let me to put in the camera for you can see. Okay, I put like so. I put like so. Now I put the 3 and the 3. Now I put the other 3 and the other 3. The 7 and the 7. Now I put the queens. Now I put the other queens. Now I put the 8 and 8. Now I put 2 and 2. Okay, now I put ace and the other ace. Now I put. It's the same couples. Okay, in the same level in every pile. Okay.
所以基本上是每一张牌都是有自己对应的牌，只是分成两叠。
5 and 5, 7 and 7, 8 and 8. For example, 6, 9, Jack and 10. Okay. Now this pile is exactly the same order than the other pile, and the order doesn't matter. The order is not important. The important is only the card is in the same order, but the order is any order.
他说那个顺序不重要，不一定要说是哪一张牌是哪一张，只要两叠是有自己对应到同样的数字跟颜色就好了。
I only need to know what is the first card of every pile. In this case, is the ace, the first card.
重要的是第一张牌是什么？是像现在是两张 ace 是黑色的。
Why? Because when this deck is complete, it's in only one deck. Okay, I can simulate to shuffle.
他说这样子complete 就是把整副扑克牌零放在一起的时候，他现在要尝试做洗牌的动作。
For me, one of the best false shuffler is the Herman false shuffler. I love this one.
他说对他来说，他最喜欢做的，这时候要洗牌，他做的最喜欢的 false shuffle 是 Herman shuffle。
Because this feel too natural.
因为他说这个东西，这个假洗看起来太自然了。
For to do that, what I do is nothing.
因为他基本上做这件事情的时候是什么都没在做。
Only cut.
他只是在切。
The first thing I cut for any place.
他从随便一个地方切了一小碟。
And now I simulate to shuffle, but I do nothing. Only optical. I do nothing.
他假装在做那个洗牌的动作，可是其实根本什么都没在做。 看起来只是
And
一
now I
个
do the
错觉而已。
Herman. Now I do the Herman idea, and Herman idea is like to do a cascade.
他做一个，他说是一个 Harmon idea，他就是做一个有点像是落牌的样子。
But this cascade for me is not very natural.
可是对他来说，他做这个动作有点不太自然。
Then what I do is I do like so, and like so. Puff, 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 puff. Puff, 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 puff.
为了让它自然一点，所以他可能他丢下去不会用落下去的，他只是往侧边稍微移动一下，让它稍微看起来乱一些。
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Then, if I combine it, that with that, the technique is unbelievable.
所以两个合并在一起夹洗之后，然后做那个往左右移动的那个夹洗的动作，夹动作，让它变乱，看起来整个就是不可能的一个夹洗。
Of course, no for the faces, because for the faces you can see nothing happened. It's for
当
the
然不能
back.
用，当然不能从正面洗，要从背面开始洗，不然大家都会看到。
Okay, this is unbelievable. It's very, very, very casual, very, 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 very good.
他说这个东西非常的看起来非常的惊人，然后非常的厉害。
Now, remember, my key card is the ace, because the black aces was the first card in every pile.
他说目前要记得刚才我们选择的 key card 就是放在第一张牌的就是黑色的 ace。
And because in this shuffle, we don't shuffle, but we cut, we need to uncut. For that,
因为要记得，因为记得我们做这个夹洗的时候，我们没有真的在洗，我们是在切牌。
For that, when we pretend to show the deck is completely shuffled,
所以我们看到它。
what I
Sorry,
do is
please.
to see where is one of the aces.
所以就是他重新展牌的时候，他就会看剩下的那张其中一张 A 在哪里，黑色的 A 在哪里。
And I do this false cut. No, not false cut. I do this cut.
所以他看到了之后就会切牌。
Because if I take the deck, and now the aces is, for example, this one or this one, huh? But this one. If I take the deck, and now I take this bucket, and now I take the break, and now I pass, this movement is not very natural. This is only in magician brain, but not spectator brain. The spectator can feel you are doing something. This is not natural. If I do this action.
如果他现在看到了一张 A， 然后拿起来的时候做了一个 pass， 对观众来说看起来像是很不自然的一个动作。对于魔术师来讲，他自己本身可能会觉得很自然，可是对于一个观众来说，听起来怪，看起来很怪。
This is not natural. So usually what you can do is that after you shuffle, the false shuffle, remember, after you do that, you show the shuffle.
所
Okay.
以就是洗完牌了之后给大家看。
Taka, 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 taka. You show the shuffle. And now, when you pretend to show the shuffle, in the ace, you move the ace to you, to the magician. I move to me. You can see the ace now is littered to me.
所以看到你在展牌的时候，你看到你要的那一张 A， 你稍微很自然的把它往下移到你靠近你的位置。
So when we close the deck, now I have the step. Here is the ace.
所以牌重新合起来的时候，你就会有一个很自然的 step， 就是凸
In
出
the
来。
sensation of the spectator, we are separating the cut, okay, from the action to spread. A spectator don't associate now when we cut, because we spread and now we close, nothing more.
所以对观众来说，这个动作其实只是摊牌了之后，然后合起来了。对观众来说是一个非常自然的动作。
And now, if you want to cut, you only need to put your hand here.
所以如果想要切牌的话，只要把左手放在扑克牌上面，
Take for the ace.
好，然后用右手把 A 缠起来，
Okay, and now cut and complete.
把它丢下去，然后直接很自然的切牌，这样就好了。
And what we do with that is we include this cut in the action to shuffle because everything is on the table.
所以他做了这个动作，其实是把整体切牌的那个动作放在整体洗牌的动作里面，感觉好像是在合在里面，它完全不是一个很可疑的动作。
Because if we spread and now we take and now we relax and now we cut, this is a movement out of the sensation of shuffling.
所以就是对他来说，摊牌了之后，然后合起来，然后再把它切牌，那个动作应该是比最前面洗牌是有点分开来的一个动作。
A spectator can feel this movement is important, but look, if I do like I explain you.
所以观众可能会觉得怪怪的，所以你现在他现在在表演一次看看。
I shuffle, taka taka ta, shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. The deck is completely shuffled. Shuffle, cut and completely shuffle. Okay, this is what the spectator feel. Everything is very chaotic, and chaos is the best weapon when it's under control.
他说，如果是以他现在这个方法，就是洗牌、摊牌，然后给大家看，然后切一个牌，整个看起来就是很混乱。然后混乱这个感觉呢，其实对于如果是在控制之内的混乱的话，是一个很强的一个武器。
Okay, so when we do that, now we have the ace on top. When we say we divide the deck in two piles, we search the other ace in the middle.
所以我们说我们要把扑克牌分成两叠的时候，我们会找到中间的那一张 A。
And I put one card more, the card to the left. I take the ace.
再多加一张牌。所以他会在上面再多加一张牌，像现在就是他扑克牌 A 的左边的那一张方块10。
This is very easy to know because the 10 is the same card you are in the bottom.
所以其实也不会很容易，也不会忘记，因为你可以记得，就是最下面那一张牌就会是你想要选的那一张牌。
So I cut the deck, putting the 10 in one pile is one 10 in the bottom and one 10 in the top.
所以收起来分成两叠的时候，你会发现右边那一叠牌最上面跟最下面都是那张红色的10。
Now, if I pass one by one, a spectator can see it's no coincidence.
所以我们现在看到，就是他现在一张一张往下翻的时候，就会看到很明显的就不是刚好重叠的牌，刚好不是对应的牌。
But this is one step behind because this card always coincident with this one.
它只是落后了一步，所以就是右边那一副的下一张牌会跟左边的那个重叠。
But when I deal one by one,
当我一个
okay,
一个发牌的时候，就是永远不会是同样一张。
in the moment I want to make a coincidence here,
当丹尼他说想要把这两张牌变成是同样一个对应的牌的时候，
I only need to take 2 cards together from this packet.
他只要从右边那边翻两张牌就可以了。
When I take 2 cards together for this packet, the card is the same.
然后拿下来的时候，那两张牌会是对应的牌。
But not only that. Also, in the moment these 2 cards, I put how to take 2 cards. It's very, very easy.
他现在讲解怎么样子拿两张牌。
You can do this showing. I like this one.
他喜欢就是直接用手抓两张起来。
To do that is more natural than to take 2 cards like so. But also it's good if you do like so.
他说，两种方法都可以。他觉得他
is more natural than this one.
他说直接从一边抓起来会比较自然，可是如果你想要的话，你也可以从两个短边抓起来也可以。
How you do that? It's very easy.
然后怎么样子做到？
You put your finger touching and press.
中指压在右边的碟上，然后往下压。
If you press and move a little to me, now here I make a step, a bisel.
所以就是假如说压了之后往下移一点点，就会有一个类似像一个小 step 的
Now
感觉，就是一个
with my thumb, I can take 2 cards.
好，这个时候你就可以直接用大拇指拨2张起来。
And no problem if the card is not a square.
如果牌没有叠在一起，不是刚好重叠在一起的话，也没关系。
Because in this movement, a spectator lost and don't see if the card is not square.
因为他说你把牌发下去之后，那个观众那个瞬间其实也不会那么明显看到那2张牌不是叠在一起的。
Okay, in this movement, it's not. It's impossible to see. I have 2 cards if the card is not a square. Doesn't matter. The spectator don't see. It's too much
看
information.
不太到。
Okay, if you can do that very square, you can show like so and later put like so.
如果你练得很好的话，你可以就是翻开来，然后完全是叠在一起的话，你其实可以直接翻开来给观众看，然后再把它往下发。
And you know what is the more important now and the incredible now is, in the moment you put the 2 cards here, everything coincidence.
最厉害的点就是说，现在把2张牌发下去之后，所有的牌全部都会变成对应过的样子。
For now, this is coincident. This is not coincident, but because I have a mistake in the order. But usually it's here it's coincidence. It's not coincident, but because it's not in the order. I have the 2-8 here. But from here, everything is coincidence.
理论上，它这样子就是每一张牌发下来，全部都是会有相对应的牌在另外一边。
Okay, takata, 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 and except the last card.
除了最下面那一张牌不是。
But I never show the last. I say coincident, and in the last card, in the last packet, I take all cards except one. And I say everything coincidence.
他就是把所有的牌，除了右边的最下面的那张牌，除了那张牌不会拿起来以外，他全部大概最后面4张会这样一起翻开来。
Now I take this 2, take that, put, and because the timing is coming from this pile, this card is lost.
好，所以就是当他展示完了之后，他再把所有的牌拿起来，然后丢掉。然后因为大家现在这个时间点时间点的时候，焦点都放在中间的那一叠，所以其实右边那个没有真的对应到的牌就被遗失了，就不会被看到。
And now I say, and when I snap my fingers, now this is coincidence, except the last.
好，现在这个时候也是一样，就是他弹手指之后，每一张牌都是相对应的，可是，一样右边那边最下面那张牌也没有对应到。
But in this case, it's easier.
可是现在这个情况更简单。
Because I do that, and when here is only one.
现在他就是往旁边推，然后左边剩下最后一张牌的时候
，I move both cards here.
他就直接一起把2张牌一起推走了。
Okay, of course, the moment when you take the double is exactly in the position a spectator tell you.
当然，就是你翻那2张牌的时候，就是观众跟你讲，他要第几个位置的那个地方翻2张。
Okay, this is completely new. I never explained before.
这是一个完全新的一个表演，从来没有被讲解过。
I hope you like.
希望大家喜欢。
In the next 50 minutes, more or less, before we start with the thank you. I am reading your message. In the next minutes, I would like to talk about triumphs.
他现在就是接下来的时间想要花一点时间去讨论胜利者的魔术。
I love triumphs, but my idea is not only explain you some tricks of triumphs. My idea is to.
他说他很喜欢胜利者，可是他觉得不只是要讲解怎么样子表演哪一些胜利者的程序。
My idea is to explain many things around the triumph, talking about emotion, sensation, and technique.
他说他想要讲解的是 环绕这整个架构，这整个胜利者的程序，像是怎么样子操控这个情绪跟一些感觉，当然还有一部分是手法的成分。
I have a few videos here, very, very short, except the first one. And the first one is in Spanish.
说这里有很多影片，然后想要播大概蛮短的，除了第一个比较长一点，然后第一个影片是西班牙文的影片。
The rest is in English.
剩下都是英文的。
But the video in Spanish have the English subtitles.
就是那个西班牙文的那个影片有英文字幕。
And also Vincent can translate you in Chinese reading the important words.
当然我也会尽量的去做翻译，但是影片本身有点快，所以可能没办法做的非常完整的一个翻译，所以大家可能如果想要了解的话，可能需要花多一点精力去听一下他影片在播什么。
I can do the trick. I can show you the trick. It's not necessarily a video, but I would like you to see the video in a real situation. The trick in a real situation with a spectator, with the talk, blah, 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 blah.
他说，当然他可以现在直接表演这个魔术，但他觉得现在播出这个影片跟在一个真正有观众的环境下会长什么样子。
So, I put the video. I hope you can see, and I back here after the video for continue talking about that.
他现在播影片，
然后大家仔细看咯。
Se cree que la gente va loca por la calle con barajas en los bolsillos. Entonces ya saben que los magos pues, vienen a ver otros magos y tienen barajas en los bolsillos. Entonces, ¿quién me deja una baraja? Mira, primera fila. Por cierto, ¿puedo romper una carta?
他说可不可以撕一张牌？他说可以。
Hacía 2 fines de semana que no escuchaba eso. Bueno, entonces. ¿Puedo romper? ¿Puedo? Pero escucha, que no necesito.
No, pero que sí.
Si te hace ilusión, yo la rompo, pero que no necesito. Que no necesito. Que es broma. Mierda. Alguien me deja una, porque necesito una baraja que esté completa. Alguien me deja una baraja. O no. Voy a hacer un juego que a mí me encanta. Voy a dejar la barajita por acá. Es un juego que a mí me gusta mucho. Esta es una historia que es una historia, una realidad, ¿no? Es una que me contaba Juan Tamarí hace muchísimos años. Se llama Dani Vernon. Dani Vernon es como el profesor de la magia, ¿no? Es el gran mago, el gran conocedor. No tuve el placer de conocerlo. Él murió con 90 y muchos años, ¿no? Ensayando o haciendo magia. Yo no tuve el placer de conocerlo, pero ahí quedan sus libros y ahí quedan amigos que lo conocieron como Juan Tamarín, ¿no? Me contaba Juan que estaba Dani Vernon ensayando un juego. Estaba en el Castillo Mágico, que es como también la meca de la magia, en Hollywood, en Los Ángeles, en Estados Unidos, lugar al que tengo el privilegio de ir unas 2 veces al año a actuar. Estaba Dani Vernon ensayando un juego, mezclando cartas cara arriba con cartas cara abajo. Llegó alguien que decían que era su hijo y le dijo, papá, por eso decían que era su hijo, la gente, ¿no? Que piensa, ¿no? La gente piensa. Y le dijo, papá, ¿qué estás haciendo? Y Dani Vernon le dijo, yo voy a intentar, querido hijo mío, que estando las cartas así, cara arriba, cara abajo, todas así, cara arriba, cara abajo, que tan solo chasqueando los dedos, decía Dani Vernon, porque él mezclaba cartas cara arriba y cara abajo en un caos total, unas para arriba, otras para abajo, otras para abajo, otras para arriba. Y Vernon dijo, le dijo a su hijo, voy a intentar que tan solo chasqueando mis dedos conseguir que todas y cada una de las cartas se coloquen al derecho. Todas a excepción de una carta elegida. El hijo le dijo, padre, esto será el triunfo de la cartomagia. Lo consiguió y años después todos los magos hacemos versiones de lo que llamamos el triunfo del profesor. Lo que yo voy a hacer ahora es, por supuesto, una versión, pero también un homenaje, ¿sí? Decía Verno, yo normalmente me pongo delante de la mesa para hacer esto, pero ahora mismo pues no hay muchos sitios. Decía Verno, pues estamos grabando, decía Verno que había que cortar más o menos la mitad de la baraja, tal que así, ¿sí? Tal que así. Voy a intentar que se vea perfectamente. Más o menos así. Poner un grupo cara arriba y otro grupo cara abajo. Mezclar cartas cara arriba y mezclar cartas cara abajo. Se sabe que se mezcla porque se escucha. Se sabe que se mezcla porque se ve. Cartas cara arriba, cartas cara abajo, cartas cara abajo, cartas. Me gusta este juego porque se ve por un lado y por el otro, ¿verdad? Para que se ve por los dos lados. Ahora me hace falta alguien que me elija una cartita. Entonces yo hago así y tú me dices, esa me gusta, o esa quiero, o me gusta más esta, me gusta más la otra. La que yo me hago así. Pero eso hay muchas aquí. ¿Cuál? El 5, el rey, el as. 5 de trébol, ¿no? O de pica que está aquí delante. Y no quieres otra, porque está esta dama, este as. No, 5 de trébol. 5 de trébol. Que de verdad que puede ser la que sea, o casi la que sea, ¿no? Casi la que sea, porque comodines no queda muy bien. ¿La baraja está completa o no? ¿Faltan cartas aquí? Y una más, y una más, y una más, y una más. Eso es. Entonces, voy a dejar el 5 de trébol, la voy a dejar más o menos por la mitad de la baraja. A ver, déjame poner carta por aquí para que se pierda bien. Voy a dejarla más o menos a la mitad. No quiere decir la mitad exacta, pero más o menos, más o menos. ¿Es esta la mitad o te engaño? No, te engaño mucho, además. A ver, déjame ponerla, porque claro, tiene que estar más o menos por ahí, ¿sí? Ahora más o menos, quiero que vengas, normalmente diría yo, pero para que se vea bien, quiero que toques tanto por arriba como por abajo, como por en medio, que se vea, incluso quédate un grupo de en medio, de ahí, que hay cartas que están cara arriba y cartas que están cara abajo, te puedes sentar, muchas gracias. Mira, toca también por ahí, que esta no las voy a entregar porque me la vais a tirar. Ahí te voy a dar, a vosotros dos sí os la puedo entregar. Que se vea ahí, que se vea que hay cartas cara arriba y hay cartas cara abajo, tanto por un lado como por acá, como por allí. Que se vea de verdad que no hago trampa y que están todas cara arriba, que era una bromilla. Venga, toma, dale. Ahí está. Ahí está. Bueno, ¿qué estás haciendo, papá? Decía el joven Verno. Decía, yo voy a intentar que tan solo chasqueando los dedos conseguir que todas y cada una de las cartas que no están mezcladas así, sino que están mezcladas así, todas y cada una de ellas se coloquen cara arriba, a excepción de una carta en el centro, que era la tuya, no lo puedo hacer gráficamente, pero imagínatelo, que fuera la tuya, que es, ¿cuál era? Era el 5 de trébol. No parpadeéis, porque esto va a ser como visto y no visto. Y una baraja prestada, que te lo agradezco enormemente. Solo hay que cuadrar, soplar, y ahora sí, todas y cada una de las cartas cara arriba, a excepción de una del centro que es exactamente el 5. Mira de qué están.
Okay, now we will talk about triumphs, the concept of triumphs in general.
我现在就是来讲一下关于胜利者这魔术大致的一些观念。
When we do a trick, always we need to know what is the message the trick is sharing with the spectators.
所以在做任何一个表演的时候，都是要了解这个魔术本身是要给观众什么样子的一个感觉。
For you understand me, I explain you one anecdote talking with another of my master, Juan Tamariz, in his house many years ago.
我曾经他跟 Juan Tamariz 就是他老师有过的一个讲过的一件事情。
I asked to Juan, I don't understand why if we compare oil and water and triumph, the people like much more triumph than the oil and water.
他说他不知道为什么如果是油与水的魔术跟胜利者的魔术，大部分的人都比较喜欢胜利者。
And the sensation is more or less the same, because in both tricks you pass from one order to another order.
可是其实感觉差不多是一样的东西，就是我们把一个顺序换成另外一个顺序。
In oil and water, okay, you put in alternative colors and you pass to separating colors.
就是我们在油与水是把不同的颜色混在一起，然后最后把它分开来。
In triumph, you put face up and face down, and you pass to all cards face down.
所以但在胜利者的时候，只是把正反面的牌，然后分开来变成都是正面的牌或反面的牌，其实差不多的概念。
Of course, it's different, and the people feel different because in triumph it's an extra effect, no effect. It's an extra structure because the face up and face down separating, but at the same time the face up now is face down. It's a little more.
但对于观众来说，胜利者的魔术，它除了是顺序有改变以外， 它可能也从正面翻过来，翻了90度这样，翻了180度，然后变成反面的牌，可能对观众来说会是更加厉害的一个效果。
But doesn't matter because what the spectator feel with a triumph is completely different than what the spectator feel with a oil and water. It's stronger than triumph.
但其实最终重点就是对观众来说，看到一个胜利者的魔术，对比起一个鱿鱼水的魔术，胜利者的效果还是比较强。
Juan, in this moment when I asked that, Juan answered me because if you see both effects from a psychology point of view, you are using a very stronger weapon, the chaos.
因为假如说你是用那个心理学去换汤梅里斯那时候就说，你如果用心理学的方式去思考这件事情的话，就是你在那个 Triumph 里面，在胜利者的时候用了一个更强的一个武器，那就是混乱的感觉。
In the oil and water, in the most of the routine of oil and water, okay, the spectator feel the magician always have the control of the order of the cards.
在鱿鱼水的魔术的时候，大部分的程序可能观众看到的样子是，魔术师对于这整副跟他手上的牌有就是控制的很好，就是都在他掌控之中。
It's possible the card is alternating red and black, red and black, red and black, okay? But the spectator I know how is the card. I know where is every black and where is every red.
就是假如说是鱿鱼水的话，虽然是黑红这样子交错，可是他很清楚看得到，也清楚知道说每一张牌个别在哪里。
In Triumph, not. In Triumph, you pass directly from chaos to order. The magician don't have the control of the order of the cards, and this is why it's very, very stronger.
所以可是，在那个胜利者的魔术里面，它整个是在一个很混乱的状态之下变成有秩序的状态，这对于观众来说是一个更强的效果。
When Juan answered me that many, many years ago, what I do is in many of my oil and water routine, I put chaos. And the conclusion was the routine was much more stronger.
他从那次之后，在他所有的鱿鱼水的魔术里面，也多加了一个混乱的一个成分。然后从那次之后，那些效果都变更强了。
When I start, for example, a routine of oil and water, I combine the chaos. For example, you can feel how strong is that.
他说他现在表演那个鱿鱼水的魔术之后，都是会多加混乱的成分，然后大家都可以感受到是一个多强的一个效果。
Okay, I shuffle the deck, for example.
洗牌。
Okay. It's a real shuffle, okay? Until the last moment, a real shuffle. Look, one pile is bigger than the other. It's completely shuffle. After you shuffle, also you cut and completely shuffle. The deck is completely shuffled. But in only 1 second, when I snap my finger, the colors separating. I have a mistake here. Only 2 cards. Maybe it's the shoes card. The colors separating.
好，现在2个颜色都分开来了。
You can see how for you is an impact, because for you it's like a shit. If it's shuffle, how is possible it's separating? It's not the same than if I put red and black, red and black, red and black, red and black. Because you can see, you can feel how stronger is the chaos.
他说，现在他这个版本的鱿鱼水不像是说，可能一张黑一张红，一张黑一张红这样子分别放，它其实是从洗牌让你感受得到那个混乱的感觉，然后一瞬间之后就突然看到它全部都分开来了，那个效果非常的强。
For example, another idea is this one. I take a few black and I take few red. Okay, I shuffle. Real shuffle.
也是一样。
I put a few black and red. You can see black and red and black and red. And now it's the spectator who shuffle. Real shuffle by a spectator.
真正的洗进去。
Okay. This is not a faro. You can see here is 2. You can see 2. It's no faro. But this is a
这不是完
spectator.
美型，这是给
And
观
now
众席
when
的。
you snap your finger or pass your hand, now the color is, 1 second, I do magic for myself. I do magic for myself. I forget to
说他
cut.
吓到他自己了。
I do magic for myself. This is like so, you red and black.
黑色、
Okay.
红色，
Shuffle. Shuffle. Okay. Now you put red and black, yes. A spectator shuffle. Real spectator shuffle. Okay. You can see how it's possible. Here is 3. Maybe it's too much. Okay. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2. Completely shuffle. Shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. And now when you pass your hand, now it's red, 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 red. And here is the black. Okay. This is stronger than if you put 1 by 1.
他说，这样子的效果比起一张一张往下发，会还要更强的效果。
And it's only one movement what you need to do.
他说，其实只要做一个动作，
This is what I do. I spread and I separating all black and all red before I start to shuffle.
他说开始之前，他先把黑红分开来。
And when I start to shuffle, what I do
洗的
is
时候，
I put 3 cards, all black and 3 cards.
他这样子是先把3张红色叠在最下面，然后所有的黑色放中间，然后再把3张红色放最上面。
I simulate to shuffle like I explained you before doing the optical, but no shuffle.
他说一样也是假洗，就刚刚才讲过的那个假洗的方法。
But in this case, I don't cut. In this case, the packet is in the same position.
但这次他不切牌了，他直接把它放回去。
What happening now is, remember, all black is in the middle.
所有的牌黑色的都在中间。
So when I pretend to show you both packets with mixing cards,
对，所以他现在开始展示牌的时候，
what I do is I put 2, show 1, show
丢了
another,
2张，然
put
后
2,
展示一
show
张
1,
红，
show another, so a spectator can see red and black, and 2 more.
然后再丢2张牌。
And now in every packet, black is on the top and red is in the bottom.
所以像他现在这样子丢了牌子下来之后，现在他所有的牌，他2副牌最上面的牌都是黑色的，然后下面的都是红色的。
In this moment, a spectator can to shuffle.
这时候观众也可以洗。
When the spectator shuffle, you spread,
观众洗的时候，你把它摊开来，
okay, and you only need to see
你只要看
the 3 top card of one packet
就是3张，其中一叠的最上面3张牌
is mixing with the 3 top card of the other packet.
最上要跟另外一叠的最上面3张合在一起，
Because the first 6 cards will be one color.
因为这样子的情况下，最上面的6张牌要是同一个颜色，
You need do nothing. It's very easy. The
你
spectator
根本不
shuffle.
用真的做什么，
Doesn't matter what is the shuffle of the spectator.
其实没关系，它是怎么洗进去的。
You only need to see the 3 card from top is mixing with the 3 card from top of the other packet.
就只要确定这2叠牌里面的个别的最上面3张牌要合在一起，这样就可以了。
If, for example, these 2 cards is here,
对
you
假
can
如
see how the 3 top cards of one pile is mixing with the 4 cards of the other pile.
所以这样子的，如果像他现在展示的状况之下，左边的3张跟右边的4张混合在一起了，看得到。
In the case I need to move 1 card,
这个时候他肯定要把1张牌往下移。
I say something that is gold. I say something is very, very well, and it's for justificate to move 1 card.
他说他接下来会说一句话去正当化他为什么要把那张牌往下移。
I say, you shuffle very, very well.
他说你写的非常的好，
But please know that only one movement, only one change can change everything.
他就会跟观众说：“好，你写的非常的好，但注意看，我只要做一个动作，这一切都会改变。”
And this is very, very good because I am exposing more the chaos. And now is when this three is with this three.
好，所以就是他这样子做完这个动作之后，上面3张牌跟左边3张跟右边3张两边都叠在一起了。
Of course, it's very, very important now you understand. We are handling with two people, with the two style of chaos. It's the same chaos, but from different perspective. The first perspective is the physical, what you are doing. The second perspective is the sensation of the spectator, how the spectator feels the chaos.
好，所以他现在就是很重要的了解是有2个不同的混乱。第一个混乱是你现在在做的所有的动作的混乱，然后在另外一个也很重要的另外一种混乱是观众感受到的混乱。
Remember, we are playing always from a spectator point of view. We are playing for the sensation and emotion of the spectator. So, a spectator is present in every of our technique.
所以就是要记得，就是我们做的任何的动作是要给观众，都是要从观众的观感去跟观众的角度去观看，所以就是我们观众会跟着我们一起做这些手法。
This is unbelievable. You shuffle, you got a spectator shuffle is unbelievable.
对他来说，就是做了这么多，洗了那么多牌，然后观众自己也写了一张洗了扑克牌，这是一个很不可能的一件事情。
But if now you do that, you take the deck, and now you're separating, all what you do go to the shit.
假如说现在你把现在这个时间你把整副扑克牌合在一起，然后一张一张发，你刚才做的所有的铺陈都跟没有做一样。
How you say shit in Chinese?
Shit is 屎。
Okay. Go to the shit. Why? Because the spectator lost the sensation with the relation with the chaos.
就是因为观众这个时间点就已经失去了前面建立的那个混乱的感觉。
Then what you need to do is that 3, ta, ta. I put this camera. 2, 1, 1, 2. A spectator shuffle. Taka, 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 taka. You spread. You see 3 and 3. This is okay. You square.
一张牌合在一起之后
And touch nothing.
然后什么都不要碰。
Now you pass your hand.
好，挥一下。
And now the card is separating in the middle of the chaos.
所以就是这观众来说，你现在这样子什么都不碰之后，这样子翻开来，他是在混乱当中就已经就自己的分开来了。
The spectator is feeling how chaotic is that.
就是说一个很混乱的感觉，然后可是又开始出现的秩序是一个很可怕的感觉。
If when we do that, we square and take for now show the separating is very bad because the chaos now don't exist.
因为假如说我们又把整副扑克牌给合起来，然后整理过后再把它摊开来的话，刚才建立的所有的混乱全部都没了。
And now I ask you the same question that I asked you before I start this blog about Triumph. What is the message of this trick? The chaos.
所以现在要探讨一个问题，说这个魔术表演是什么样，是要传达什么？
This is the message, the chaos. What is the effect? The effect is not the card is coming from face up, face down to face down. No, the effect is the card is coming from chaos to order.
他说，假如说是要回到胜利者这部分的话，这魔术想要表达的不是说从正反的牌变成全部都变正或全部都变反，而是从一个混乱变成一个有秩序的样子。
Mierda, dicen. So, When we know what is the message, this is very, very important.
他说，我们知道想要表达的是什么东西之后，
Now we can work. Now we can work with the message. Now we know what is the message of the effect. Working on that now. No, we don't need to work in the face up and face down. No, we work in the chaos.
好，所以就是我们建立好，我们知道我们想要建立的是一个混乱之后，我们其实不用特别去探讨说要正反的，我们只要知道我们是要建立一个混乱，然后去创造一个魔术。
When I show you the oil and water example, we are not talking about alternative red and black, red and black, red and black. No, we are talking about chaos.
所以
And
像
the
刚才，
chaos is the message of this oil and water.
所以他刚才表演的那个鱿鱼水的魔术，不是说要跟大家讲说哦前面是红黑交错，而是说这整副扑克那一整叠扑克牌是来自一个混乱的样子。
Why for me it's very easy to construction tricks.
对他来说就是建立创造一个魔术表演是很简单。
Because my finality, my purpose is not separating red and black. My purpose is to work with the message.
它的重点不是在于说要怎么样子去把红黑的把它分开来，然后变回来这一个做那个鱿鱼水的魔术，而重点是说它是要怎么样子去传达他想要的那一个讯息。
If the message is chaos, my attitude is chaotic. I put the deck like so. I give the deck to the spectator. I don't care. Do that. Everything is very chaotic because this will be stronger, the trick. I am not talking about red and black. This is the effect, but not the message.
他说红黑虽然是一个效果，可是说它的重点不是在于红黑之间，而是说这个很混乱的感觉。所以比起你在讲解红黑的部分，你把牌丢给其他人洗牌，丢给其他人玩，这个还比较重要。
Okay, I don't know if you understand me. For to feel how important is your personality, how important is your attitude, how important is this is what I explained you in the first 10 minutes of this lecture. Remember? Now you understand better what I am talking about.
所以他说，现在大家比较了解他最刚开始讲解的传达一个讯息，这个东西是比起魔术本身还要重要。他讲的东西，他想要表达的就是这个。
Okay, now we know what is the message. Chaos in the triumph.
我现在知道他想要表演的就是一个混乱的样子。我们知道我们的目的了。
The other thing I need to analyze in every trick is the pillars.
Right?
Pillars. The pilares.
就是他觉得现在我们知道了魔术要怎么做的时候，接下来就是我们要建立这个魔术本身的基底。
What is the pillars? Pilar is what is, I say in Spanish, I don't know in English, lo que sujeta el recuerdo del espectador, lo que sujeta, lo que sostiene.
他说建立这个魔术的时候，观众看到的东西所接受到的东西。
Hold, I think it's hold. Pilar is what holds the memory of the spectator.
他觉得魔术的基底是观众记得的东西，所以支撑着这整个魔术的表演。
For example, if I explain you what is a triumph, any classic trick, like a magician, this is what I explain you.
他说，假如说他要讲解什么是胜利者的时候，他会这样说。
Magician take out the deck, magician shuffle the deck.
魔术师拿出扑克牌洗牌。
Magician give one card to the spectator, and the spectator show the card everybody.
然后魔术师给了一张牌给大家，给一个观众，然后观众把牌给大家看。
A spectator put back the card, and now magician start to shuffle.
然后观众把牌放回扑克牌，然后魔术师开始洗牌。
Magician cut and do American shuffle. Magician do Hindu shuffle or Chinese shuffle, Asian shuffle. Magician spread card on the table and shuffle on the table.
魔术开始做不同的洗牌法。
Magician square the deck, pass the hands on the deck.
现在合在一起，然后牌上面挥一挥。
Before that, of course, when the magician is shuffling face up and face down. Forget to say that.
他说刚才洗牌的时候，他少说就是洗牌当然是正反洗。
Magician do the ritual, passing the hands on the deck, and when the magician snap, all cards face down except one.
做了一个魔术的手术，弹一下手指，所有的牌都会还原到同样一个方位，那正反会回来全部都是正面或全部都是反面，然后只有一张牌是反过来的。
I describe you the trick in maybe 15 sentences.
大概15句，大概就可以把这个魔术给讲解完了。
Magician take the deck, magician give the deck, magician give a card, spectator take the card, spectator show the card, spectator put back the card, spectator blah 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 blah. It's more than 15 sentences.
他说讲了这么多东西，就是可能讲了刚才做这些动作，讲完大概是15句以上。
But the brain of one person is not possible retain more than 4 or 5 informations.
可是一个人类的脑不太能同时接受5个讯息。
So if you make a lot of sentence for the spectators, a spectator can feel this trick is chaotic in the bad way.
所以假如说我们做了超过就太多事情，太多超过他举例就是超过5句的那种感觉。对观众来说，看到是有点太混乱了，是一个不好的混乱。
Chaos like a weapon is unbelievable. Chaos like a confuse is very bad.
他说，让人混乱的、搞不清楚状况的一个混乱法，是一个不好的混乱。
So what I do in every of my trick is to resume the more possible the pillars, resume the more possible of the sentence, and try to do the trick in only 4 or 5 sentences like a maximum.
所以他说他最常做的事情就是把重点简化，然后简化成很重要的事情，他尽量把它放在4句话左右，然后来做算是一个总结。
And this is why all my tricks is very, very direct.
所以对他来说，就是为什么他的表演都会非常的直接。
And this is why many of my trick look the same.
这就是为什么他很多表演都看起来一样。
But when you open the trick and you see the trick inside, you can see how inside the trick is completely different.
但如果细看了之后，你会发现其实他的表演是完全不一样的。
I can show you 2 tricks to any cardinal number. This is example. I can show you 2 tricks to any cardinal number where in one trick you think a real card, and in the second trick you simulate to think a card.
就是他现在演2个不一样的 any card and any number 的，其中一个他会用想象，他会叫你想象一张真正的牌，另外一个是模拟去想象这张牌。
If you see the effect, you can see the same effect. A thinking card is in a thinking position.
他说，你看到，可是你看到的效果其实看起来很像，就差不多，就是你想到的一张牌在你想到的一个位置里面。
The effect is the same, right?
效果是完全一样的。
But if you open the effect,
但
if
近
in
看之后
one effect the card, the thinking card is real, and in the other effect the thinking card is not real, I need to force. The structure is completely different.
所以，假如说从其中一个方式，就是他说的第一个，就是我想了一张牌，那张牌是真的想出来的，跟另外一个方法是，那个牌其实不存在，是魔术师需要用破牌的方式去让他选中的话，这2个感觉是完全不一样的。
I have more than 1,000 tricks published.
说他有1000以上的魔术有发表过。
But you can see how, if you listen the explanation of everyone, you can discover a completely new thing every time.
但你如果去看这1000个魔术里面，你会发现每一个都会有新东西可以学到。
But if you see the effect, if you see the performance is almost the same.
可是你会发现，就是
almost the same.
你会发现，就是他演的方法其实都一样。
Why?
为什么？
Because I resume the more possible the pillars. I resume the more possible the sentence. For
因为
to
它会
be
简化
clear the effect.
所以他会，因为为什么会看起来那么像，就是因为他会简化他在做的所有的事情，简化到最重要的那些重点。
If we are talking about triumph,
如果讲胜利者的话，
the sentence of the triumph is
胜利者要说的话是
the magician snapped the fingers,
魔术师弹一下手指，
and one deck mixing face up and face down. Now is all card face down except a shoes card.
然后瞬间原本洗好的牌是正反洗的，现在变成全部都回来，只剩下一张是反过来的。
You can see how I described the trick in only one sentence.
就是他现在用这样子的方法去解释胜利者的魔术，比起刚才说洗牌啊，要做什么动作，要做什么动作，还要更简化了许多。
If this is what the spectators see, the trick will be very clear.
所以如果观众看到的只需要看到他刚才说的那2句的话，那这个魔术就非常非常的明确。
If the deck is red or blue, if I shuffle the deck doing American, Ainsley, or Asian shuffle,
就他如果牌是红色或或蓝色的，或者是他不管用什么样子的方法去洗牌，
this is not important for the spectator.
对观众来说完全不重要。
A spectator only need to feel you shuffle the deck, not how.
他只需要知道你洗了牌，他完全不需要知道是怎么洗的。
Okay, so for my style, what I need to do is to resume the more possible the trick in only one sentence.
所以对他来说，如果要建造一个魔术的时候，他都会把那个魔术的效果简化再简化，变成越简单越好。
So when I resume the 15 or 16 pillars in only 4 or 5,
所以假如说刚才原本最刚开始讲的大概15个不同的东西要做，变成简化成大概4个之后，
a spectator take a card, a spectator put back the card, magician shuffle face up and face down. When the magician snap the deck, all cards face down except the shoes card. The rest of actions is not important for the spectator.
所以这样子就是抽牌，牌放回去，然后魔术师洗牌，然后正反，再来最后弹一下手指，全部都回来。这些重点就好。
Only these 4 piles is what the spectator need to remember. Only this. The rest is not important because if we give more piles to the spectator, the trick will be confused.
所以就是对他来说，只要记得这4个点就好，观众只要记得这4个东西就 OK 了，剩下的东西完全不重要，剩下的东西都只是杂讯。
But how we do that?
要怎么达成？
How? Because we are playing one more time for the spectator sensation, for the spectator feeling, for the message.
他再强调一次，就是我们现在表演的魔术是要完全是为了观众的观感。
This is example.
举例。
I say to the spectator, take the packet, take a packet, take a packet, and take a packet. Okay? You catch and complete. You
切牌，
take any card from the middle and put on the top and shuffle.
随便把一张牌拿出来，然后洗牌。
You pass a few cards from bottom to top.
把一些从下面牌放到上面。
And you, any number, take the card in this position and put in the bottom.
随便拿一张牌放在最下面，然后再切牌。
If any spectator is watching that,
观众在看这个
spectator
的话，
very, very confused.
他会非常的混乱。
Because a spectator don't understand if this action is important or not.
因为他不知道现在你在做的这个东西到底是不是重要的。
And because the brain of the spectator need to be prepared for the future, a spectator is recovering information, because it's possible this information is, I need this information for later, because I don't know if it's good or not.
因为在魔术的过程中，观众其实不知道接下来会发生什么事情，所以对他来说，这些小动作、这些细节，他都一定要记住，因为他不知道这些东西他会不会等一下会需要用到，这些记忆他需不需要特别去记得，所以他会一直去思考。
Then we make 4 pillars in this moment.
所以在这个时候，我们再把刚才的4个重点拿出来。
The spectator cut and complete. This spectator take a card and put in the bottom and cut and complete.
有其中一个人抽牌，然后放回去再切牌。
This spectator take 3 cards and put up. It's too much information. It's many pillars.
这些东西就是太多重点了。这个他刚才说的这个东西太多东西，所以是会很复杂，太多东西要记。
We need to resume everything in only 1 pillar. What is the message of this action? Shuffle.
他讲了那么多，刚才说的那么多东西，其实就只有一个重点，就是洗牌。
A spectator don't need to remember what you do. A spectator need to remember what is happening. We are shuffling the deck. Only that.
观众只是完全不需要记得，就是怎么做到这些东西，他只需要记得说你有在洗牌，这样就好。
For that, we need to give all information to the spectator very clear.
所以我们需要非常明确的把这个讯息传递给观众。
And then, if I need to do that, this is what I do.
所以为了要达成那个效果，他会这样做。
Okay, now we need to shuffle the deck. Shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. You take any card from the middle and put on top and shuffle. You pass a few cards from top to bottom or do anything you want, but shuffle. You cut and complete and you do anything you want. The deck is completely shuffled.
所以他会做的事情就是那样子。他刚才比较明确的在强调，最刚开始就一直说要洗牌，然后随便丢牌了之后都是一直强调洗牌。虽然他还是会给一些指令，可是他还是最终都还是在强调在洗牌这件事情。
When this spectator pass, or when this spectator cut, or when this spectator, here is happening the secret. Maybe. But doesn't matter, because now the message is shuffle, 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 and shuffle. This is a very big part. And every action, okay, what it's doing is to exaggerating the action to shuffle. A spectator now feel the deck is shuffling.
所以说不定刚才做那些动作就是魔术效果的一些秘密跟一些手法在发生的瞬间，但其实那不是重点，重点是说他在洗牌，观众只要知道你在洗牌，就一直强调洗牌这件事情就可以了。
And this is why in many of my trick, it's happening many things, but it's very clear.
所以为什么就是他这样子做才可以达成说，可能同时间发生很多的事情，可是一样还是非常的明确。
When I talk about resume all pillars in only few pillars, it's not to do the trick shorter.
所以他说简化魔术其实不是说把这个魔术变得更短，
Is to do the trick shorter in the memory of the spectator, not in the action, because the open trial I show you is 5 minutes.
所以就是他现在做这个东西，其实只是简化这个魔术在观众的脑中变得更短而已。 时间其实没有什么改变，它观感上只是变更短了。
And happen many things.
同时
I
间在
give
5分钟
that
内发
to
生很
the
多事情。
spectator in the beginning. I shuffle, spectator take one. I throw many things. But the sensation of the spectator is, after you shuffle the deck face down and face up, all cards face up except a shoes card. Only one sentence. Puff. And this is why it's very clear.
所以他可能前面做了很多的动作，可能叫指令很多人不同做不同的东西，可是因为他一直强调他的洗牌这件事情，所以他简化了这个魔术，对于观众来说非常的明确，然后非常的短。
Excuse
Because
me,
right
Danny. Sorry. I think we
Yep.
can have a 10-minute break.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
need
yeah.
2 minutes more. It's I have 1 hour 28 minutes now.
Yeah, so maybe we can take a break 10 minutes now. Is okay?
他说他可能应该是他讲到一半，所以他想说
Okay, I
他想要
finish. I
他想
finish
讲
this.
完吗？
I finish
Sure,
this
sure.
block.
sure。
Then,
OK，
because later we continue talking about Triumph.
那我们等一下再重新再讲那个胜利者的话。
The more important thing is, I talk about 2 things until now.
他说目前讲到两个重点，
The chaos
就是混乱，
and the pillars.
然后就是魔术的一些重点跟基底。
And Triumph is only the excuse.
刚才讲的那些重点，就是只是一个 Sorry, did you say excuse?
Excuse is only I can talk about another effect. The important is the theory. And I put the chaos, the triumph, I put the triumph like an example. But this is for anything you do.
他说他讲的这个胜利者的魔术啊，其实只是一个举例而已。他讲的刚才说简化魔术跟只讲就是让呈现重点这个部分是可以套用在所有的魔术里面。
So I finish here this part.
所以这一段稍微他讲到这边。
And after I come back here and I explain you another technique, always talking about triumph, another but in the more practical part. I explain you some technique.
好，他现在刚才只是讲的大部分都是理论，他等一下回来的时候会稍微讲一些跟手法跟技巧有关的东西。
So see you in 10 minutes.
OK, thank you, Danny. Thank you.
How are you?
Yeah.
I'm here
Yeah,
with a new
please
coffee.
keep going.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Vincent, again for your hard work.
No problem. No problem.
You know it's
Thank
very
you.
difficult to follow me. Okay, then I don't know. I don't know if what I am doing is a lot of philosophy, or you prefer more tricks, or because every time I do a lecture of a seminar or a workshop or anything, I do that for you, not for me. So I pretend to do what you like to see.
他问说，就是不确定大家觉不觉得这样子讲会不会讲太多理论的东西，还是说会想看更多表演或是怎么表演魔术的成分啊？如果想要反映的话，可以特别说一下。
对，大家直接在留言区，比如说他想要听Danny 多教一点魔术啊，怎么样？大家可以直接留言，没关系，不用客气。
会谁？
OK， 哎，有人说 application 想要多了解一些应用，是不是？
Okay. Also, I understand tricks you can find in YouTube, you can find in books, you can find in many places, but it's very difficult to find philosophy. It's very difficult to find theory. It's very difficult to find magic from a spectator point of view. So this is why I do this kind of lectures. But I can do anything you want.
他说，就是他觉得，可能在很多地方都可以看得到我怎么表演一些魔术、一些手法跟技巧，但是对于说这些理论的话，很少可以看到，所以他自己个人会比较喜欢，就是讲一些跟理论有关的东西。
So I continue a little. If you want change the plan, I can change. No problem. This one more time. I am doing that for you, not for me.
Yeah.
I know what I say. I do for you.
Yeah. Someone in the comments said to ask about how to apply certain tricks in their application, basically into how to apply them. These the philosophies.
Great. Everything what I am talking is associated to every trick you want to do, because I am talking from a spectator point of view, not from magician point of view.
他说他现在讲的所有的东西都是以观众为焦点，就是以观众的观点来看，不是从魔术师的观点来看。
When I talk about psychology, I am talking from a spectator experience.
他说他讲心理学的部分，其实就是在从其实是在讲一个观众的一个他的一个经验。
The best cover of every trick is not the physical cover. The best cover of a palming is not your hand. The best cover is to control the focus of the spectator.
他说要隐藏一个魔术的重点，不是说一个物理性的一个遮蔽物，像是假如说胖的时候，胖牌的时候，不是真的用手去胖，而是说是去引开观众的一个焦点。
And this is why when I talk about chaos, when I talk about emotion, when I talk about many things, this is applying to every trick, to every structure, because I am talking not of tricks, I am talking about spectators.
他觉得就是他讲了这么多东西，他说讲了混乱啊这些类型这些理论，他其实都还是以一个观众的观点来看，不是说从魔术师的观点去看。
I explain you a little example, okay? How the hand of the spectator is stronger than the physical cover.
他现在来讲解一下，就是一个物理性的 cover， 就是物理性的隐藏一个东西，没有像那个控制一个观众还要那么强。
For example, here I have a group of cards. In this group of cards, I have a few cards of 1 or 2 or 3, I didn't tell you, face down.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't quite catch that.
Here is a group of cards.
这个点牌。
I have 1 or 2 face down.
那这里有1-2张牌是背面朝上的。
Maybe it's too much card. I remove one.
说不定太多牌了，他把1张牌拿走。
Tell me how many cards is reverse.
他说现在跟大家讲，就是有几张牌会是反过来。
I will show you the cards, and you need to see how many cards is reverse.
他说他会给我们看，然后我们跟他讲有几张牌是反过来的。
1 second. Maybe you don't see very well. Let me 1 second again. Sorry, I put the camera. It's not. Oh, I put the closer. I am showing for the general camera. Okay, I put like so. How many cards is face down?
他说现在有几张牌是背面朝上，是对背面朝上的。
Some people tell you 1, some people tell you 2, some people tell you no card, some people tell you I don't care. But the important is, spectators don't put the focus in the 4 aces.
说没关系，他的重点不是在于说观众看到几张背面朝上的，他其实重点是引开观众的注意力，不要让大家看到是4张 A。
And maybe you put a little more the focus because I have a mistake with the cameras and I show you a lot of times. Usually, I only show 1 time. But how? Because we are working for the spectator.
他说他刚才有点小出错，就是他一不小心翻了太多次，可是理论上他只会翻1次给大家看，然后我们还是以观众的观点来创造这个魔术。
This is not a trick. This is an example, perception example. I start with 1 card face down, the second position, and with a queen here.
他说他现在他在做一次，就是也是一个举例，他现在把 4张 A， 其中1张是放在第3张，然后反过来，然后最上面是1张 Q。
When I am talking, I am looking.
他在讲话的时候在看。
Because if I am talking and I don't look, a spectator don't look. But if I talk and I look about and I say about what is happening here,
所以观众在看，他如果在表演魔术的时候有在看牌的话，观众也会跟着一起看。如果他不看的话，观众就不会看了。
A spectator now receiving the image of this card. This is too much information. Color, picture, big. Okay, this is the completely contrast with aces. We are making the sensation memory of the spectator.
所以他现在看着这一张牌最上面那一张 Q， 对观众来说是有很多资讯，就是一张 Q， 然后很多颜色，然后又是不一样的花色。对观众的观点来说，跟 A 是完全相差非常的多。
In this moment, I turned and I say, I think I have a lot of cards, and I remove the queen.
好，所以他说他现在我有很多牌，他口述是说很多牌，然后把一张 Q 拿走。
When I do the Ainsley count for magicians,
然后他在做艾尔姆斯数法的是对魔术师做的时候
magicians know I am doing an Ainsley count. So the focus of the magician is thinking I am hiding some cards.
所以他现在对魔术师做这个东西的时候，大家魔术师都知道他在做按姆兹，所以那个他魔术师的话都心里就会想说，哎，他一定在藏一张牌或几张牌。
So a spectator magician is thinking in one direction. But my proposal is the spectator don't feel I have a lot of aces, only aces. If the spectator magician is thinking one thing, is not thinking the other thing.
所以他现在就是引导了大家去思考说，哎，我刚才在数那个数牌法，他就觉得让大家觉得他在隐藏一张牌，可是实质上他其实是不希望我们去思考他有4张 A 这件事情。他引导我们去思考他在藏牌这件事情之后，我们就不会去思考那4张 A 了。
The problem is the visual part. The problem is when I do that, you can see a lot of aces.
可是他这样做的时候，他就会看到很多，我们就会看到很多张 A。
Doesn't matter if I am thinking in anything. I am thinking, but at the same time I am looking aces.
可是现在有一个问题，就是我们看得到，还是一样看得到很多张 A。虽然我们有在思考说他是不是在藏牌，可是还是看到很多张 A。
But because you are manipulating the sensation, the perception of the spectator, you say to the spectator, tell me how many cards is face down.
所以这个时候他就会引导说，给观众说，你觉得有几张牌是背面朝上的？
And now the focus of the spectator is to search the face down card. Don't care what is the face up card.
所以这个瞬间，所有的观众会开始注意去观察哪些牌有哪些是背面朝上的，他根本不会管说正面朝上的是哪些。
I am using the psychology to make the cover, the natural cover of the spectator.
所以他现在做的这个东西不是一个真正的一个屏障，他不是用手挡或什么之类的，而是一个心理上的一个屏障，让大家没有发现说他手上4张是 A。
Why, when I do some trick of a thinking card, when real is no thinking, a spectator feel is a thinking.
就是他在演一个魔术的时候，让大家觉得好像他在思考一个东西，可是其实他们确实没有真的在思考这件事情。
Because a spectator is not possible to see in what moment this spectator was thinking the card. Because you don't see how the card was until his mind, you associate this is a thinking card.
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
Yes. If I say to one spectator, take a card, put back the card, thinking your card. Later, it's not possible to say to the spectator, you are thinking one card. The people don't believe he's thinking one card. Why? Because everybody remember he take a card.
好，所以他再举例一次，就是假如说你拿一副扑克牌，然后叫他拿一张牌出去，然后再把它放回来，这个时候你跟他说，所以你现在在思考一张牌， 他不会真的相信你这个是想出来的牌，因为大家都记得说那张牌是被拿出来的。
But if the cover, if psychology, is unbelievable because we can make the spectator forget in what moment this spectator see the card.
可是假如说我们是用他刚才讲的那个心理上的屏障的话，可以达成就是他让他忘记说他是选的那张牌，而是觉得是让他是用思考出来的牌。
If in the final of a trick I ask, you are thinking one card, and the rest of the spectator is not possible, remember, the moment where his spectators see the card, associating this card is completely unreal thinking.
Sorry, could you read that again? It's a little...
Yes.
Yeah.
If when I ask to the spectator, you are thinking one card, and he tell me yes, okay? If the people don't remember the moment when he take, this card is completely thinking. Understand?
Yeah. 所以就是他说，假如说观众如果他真的是抽了一张牌，可是所有其他的观众都忘记了他刚才有抽一张牌这个动作的话，对所有其他的观众来说，他后来如果说你现在在想一张牌，所有的观众都会觉得这张牌是他自己思考出来、自己想到的，而不是抽出来的牌。
For example, how you do that?
要怎么应用？
You do that using the chaos, for example. Let me to search. This is out of plan, but I think I have here. Let me to search exactly a trick where I do exactly that.
他说应用的话就是用用混乱的方式，然后他来找一个表演，他是有做示范。
Let me 1 second, because it's very interesting. Let me 1 second. I think it's pensada. Let me 1 second. One more time for me, the important is what the spectator is feeling, not what the spectator is watching.
他说再强调一次，就是重点是观众感受到什么，而不是说看到了什么。
Okay, let me 1 second. I think it's here. One of them. I think it's here.
The next trick is I love.
Okay,
I forget
look,
the name.
Look
this is true.
I think it's here. Look that.
Forget the name. Wait, the name of the trick is the. It doesn't matter, but the trick is very good. I forget the name. David, shuffle the deck. Put the deck here when you finish.
Sorry, we can't hear your voice.
Yes, it's not this one. Sorry. Let me to search. Where is that? Maybe here. Maybe here. I don't know if it's here or not.
Okay, the next trick I love because this is with a borrowed deck. In this case, my deck, but doesn't matter. It's possible with a borrowed deck. And also, I don't touch it. I can touch, so I will touch, but it's not necessary. I touch because I am like a flat. You know, como dice bandeja? I am like a bell. I like a bell, nothing more. I only for help you because we need to shuffle because we play with the chaos. Okay. So in this case, before I start, in this case, Javi, take the deck, shuffle the deck under the table because I know me and I can see the bottom card, okay, and take any card. Don't look. Put under your ass, put in your pocket, put any place you want, okay, but don't look because this card will be the blind card. This card will be on the blind card for the final of the trick. Later you will understand. And now we start. I shuffle the deck. I shuffle. It's possible I shuffle, or it's possible you shuffle, okay? Fran, shuffle a little, shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, shuffle and shuffle, or maybe to also you, Anna, shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, Aaron, shuffle and shuffle. I have very little, okay, take a packet for you, Javi take a packet, or you take and give a packet to Nebek. Everybody shuffle. I don't touch. I only help you, and nothing more. Put the packet under the table because I don't want to have information. I know me. I don't take any card and put in the middle. Okay, Anita, take any card you want, put in the middle. Don't look. It's only for enjoy. Okay, catch and complete. Corte completa. You take
it's
any
only
card from
for
where you want.
enjoy.
Only you see the card, put in the middle. Javi, pass the top card to the middle, and you do anything you want. Everybody shuffle. It's unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And now, give me the packet. Okay, we can shuffle the card or not. Doesn't matter. I don't know who more have a packet. You have a packet. Can you shuffle together if you want? Shuffle. Give me a packet only for enjoy because it's very boring for me. Now you can shuffle. Okay. You can shuffle. You have more card with you. Shuffle. Everyone shuffle. This is a shuffle trick. Okay. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. You deal. Shuffle, shuffle. It's completely unbelievable. Yes, shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. I do nothing. What is the purpose of this trick? It's unbelievable. We will take 4 cards, 3 cards plus the blind card. The addition of these 4 cards tell us in what position is any thinking card. Not any thinking card, a specific thinking card, because one of you is thinking one card. You have one card in your mind?
Yes.
Thinking your card. If you want to change, you tell me, or it's okay for you? Okay. Anything you want. Okay? Now, we take 4 cards.
Okay.
3 cards plus the blind card.
Okay. I stop here. Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah.
In this moment, I see the video and I fool myself again. I look Peter and I say, I need one of you think in a card. You have one card? Okay, for you.
他刚说他往旁边看，说，哎，我需要一个人帮我想一张牌，然后看到他说，哎，你现在心里有想一张牌吗？有，好 ，OK。
Okay, later in the final of the trick, when I ask you are thinking one card, everybody remember this card is completely thinking.
所以到最后的时候，再重新讲到这张想出来的牌的时候，大家都还记得这是一个想出来的牌。
But the card is no thinking.
可是这个牌不是被想出来的。
He see a card.
他刚才有看到这张牌。
But why you don't see he see a card?
那为什么我们不知道他刚才看到了这张牌？
Because it's multi-focus. It's happening many things on the table.
因为这个时间点同时间发生了很多事情。
But at the same time, it's happening many things with only one message for shuffle. Take one card, it's only for enjoy. Take one card, put in the middle, shuffle for enjoy, shuffle for enjoy, shuffle for enjoy.
因为这段时间它只有一个焦点，那个焦点就是大家在洗牌，就是随便丢一叠给大家，然后可以要的话可以抽一张牌出来看一下，然后再洗牌。可是大家那个唯一的重点就是洗牌，那是唯一的焦点。
In the moment this spectator take a card,
观众选的那张牌的瞬间
is inside this chaos.
他选那张牌的那个瞬间，其实是在这个混乱当中。
So the spectator don't see he see a card.
所以我们其他的观众看不到他选了一张牌。
If the spectator don't see he see the card,
如果其他的观众没看到他选了一张牌
in the future will be thinking because you have no reference how this card was coming.
所以这个瞬间，所有其他的人看到的或者是得知的就是那一张牌不是看到或是实体选到的牌，对所有其他人来说，那张牌是一个他凭空想象出来的一张牌。
So what I use is a psychology cover.
所以他这个他称之为就是一个心理上的一个屏障，不是一个物理性的屏障。
The cover is making like a spectator is not making per me.
他说这个屏障是指对于观众有的一个屏障，它不是一个真的实体在那个地方的一个遮蔽物。
It's the spectator who make the timeline of the trick. It's the spectator who convincing himself. The spectator is thinking one card. The rest of the spectator is who's convincing himself. This is thinking one card.
所以对这个心理上的屏障，其实只是大家在说服，就是观众在说服自己，就是说服他们自己，这张牌是被凭空想出来的。
Okay, I think you understand how important is the psychology of the spectator. I am playing with the memory of everybody.
My deck, but doesn't matter. It's
Sorry, the
with
video is playing, so we could not really hear.
Yeah. I stop. Now I stop. We are playing with the memory of everybody.
所以他现在是在玩弄大家的记忆。
Okay, I can say, Shuffle is only for enjoy. Shuffle is only for enjoy. Take and take. You do what you want. You take a few cards from top to bottom. You can look a card. Okay, look a card. You can look a card. Now I force. And I palming, for example. And shuffle. And you cut and complete. I force this card to this spectator. But the people don't feel I force, because you see one card is the same than pass two from top to bottom, take some for the middle from the bottom, you cut and complete. It's only for enjoy. It's only for shuffle. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah, 所以他刚才就是对每个观众都指示了非常不同的动作，可能是从上面那张牌放到最下面，可能是抽一张牌看一下再放回去，然后可是他说的这些东西都只是叫观众说没关系，你做这些东西都只是开心而已，你重点就是你要洗牌一直洗牌。但他在其中一个观众的时候，他有特别指示说，哎，看一张牌，看着一张牌，然后这个瞬间他其实是 force 的一张强迫他看着一张牌，然后看完了之后他是直接把他胖走。
And now, when I finish the shuffle moment, is when I go for the thinking card. When I finish to shuffle and I recover the deck, I say, I only need one of you think in any card.
好，所以他现在所有的那个洗牌的环节结束了之后，全部都合在一起的时候，这个时候他才会说，好，我只需要你们其中一个人有想这一张牌。
In this moment, I look to the spectator and I say, you have one? And he say, yes, I have one.
所以他刚才就转到他刚才 force 的那个强迫的那个观众，然后说你是不是有一张牌现在想在心里面？然后他说有。
But for everybody, he have one from now, no from before, because before only was shuffling. And the people don't put the focus because the people understand for what we are shuffling. Before, the people don't search for aces face up because everybody understand the aces was face down. It's exactly the same example than here. I only handling where you need to put the focus.
好，所以就是他刚才讲解的，就是他那个瞬间在大家在洗牌的时候，他其实大家都不会真的去注意到他有选了一张牌。对所有其他的观众来说，那个他转身对于那个观众说：“你心里有没有想一张牌？”他说有的那个瞬间，才是真正选到牌的瞬间，不是他在更早在洗牌的时候有看到的一张牌。
Hey, Dan. Why for me it's very easy to construction routines, okay? And now it's easier for you understand how my routine, some of my routine look the same for the effect, because the people don't see the structure. The people, when I tell you shuffle, 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 in this moment, I can force you, I can control a card, I can do anything I want with the same performance. But the structure is completely different.
他说，有一些魔术可能看起来好像他表演的东西都很像，都一样，只是他在那个瞬间，他在教大家洗牌的那个瞬间，其实他动作非常的乱。他那个时间点可以做很多东西，像是他可以给强迫观众选一张牌，他可以控牌，他什么都可以做。他整体的架构是不一样的，虽然做的东西是一样的。
And also why? You can feel it's very natural because my action always is the same. Depends if I need to do the secret or not. This is my style. This is my attitude. I do that always. I don't care if I need to force, if I need to control, if I need to think a card. I don't care. I do that because it's my handling.
好，就是他就是有习惯性的，就是把一叠牌，然后全部都分成很多叠，然后丢给很多人来洗牌。然后他不管他这次要表演的魔术会需要强迫别人选牌，他不强迫，他也不管说这样他做这个动作的时候要不要做控牌或什么其他的一些手法，他就是习惯性会做这个东西，在所有的表演都会做，所以看起来非常的自然。
I don't pretend you do my style. I don't pretend you do my techniques. If you want, you can do. It's for you forever. I don't care. What I pretend is
you understand the concept because I am talking about psychology. I am not talking about the double leaf.
他说他不在意说你今天会不会真的就是跟他用同样的方法，或者用不一样的方法都可以。其实只要我们理解说，我们这个他表演这个东西背后的理论，也就是说他所谓的混乱跟就是就是他的这个特殊方法就是的错误引导。我们了解这个东西之后，可以应用在我们自己的表演的风格上面。
Okay, now I talk about another concept, but now it's more practical.
好，所以他讲比较更实际应用的方式上面。
I continue like a triumph, like example, but you can see how you can associate to another trick.
好，他说他是用胜利者来表演这个概念，然后可是也一样还是可以应用在其他的魔术表演上。
So now I will put the focus in the visual thing.
所以现在就是重点把它摆在观众看到的效果上面。
When before I was talking about pillars,
他刚才在讲魔术重点的时候
if we want a pillar will be very stronger in the memory of the spectator,
如果就是其中就是一个很重要的重点，就是要让观众记得，就是他观看，就是在他记得什么东西的话
the important is to make up visual pillars. Visual in the memory, very easy to remember because was very visual in the moment that happens.
对，如果要创造一个很视觉效果很强的魔术的话，那就是要特别去强调说，那个当下发生的事情要看起来非常的神奇，然后是就是要成为你创造这个魔术的一个重点。
For example, imagine I take the deck and I turn face up and face down and I shuffle.
正反洗牌
Face up and face down. The deck is completely face up and face down. If I take the deck and now snap my fingers, when I open, all cards face down. Okay?
他说
It's a triumph. It's a good trick, but I don't feel. It's not strong. Why? Because I see, but I don't feel.
他说他刚才表演的那个东西，他虽然真的是洗进去，然后打开来，然后确实都返回来了，看起来非常的强，非常厉害的一个魔术。可是我没有感觉到我们没有感觉到那个感觉，我们只是看到而已。
Now, I will show you exactly the same trick with a little detail.
他说他现在表演完全一模一样的一个魔术，只是多加了一个小细节。
Look, I take the deck, I shuffle face up and face down like so. Okay. I shuffle, card face down, card face up, face down, face up, face down, face up, face down, face up, face down, face up, face up, face down. If I snap my finger, all cards face down. Shit, change completely. Why? Because now you can feel the chaos. Now you can feel in your sensation. It's not a rational part. It's emotional part. I can see was very visual.
他说，就是这个魔术，虽然他刚才跟现在表演的东西完全一模一样，他只是多加了那一小段的程序。他多加的那一小段，让我们真的感受到，从心底的感受到它的混乱。
And because it's visual, you can feel the contrast. Face up, face down, face up, face down, face up, face down, face up. Shit.
所以我们就是看到它正反正反正反，然后突然间瞬间就是全部又还原了之后，那个瞬间就是感觉是非常的视觉化。
And only what I use is the one detail. I use the technique that David Williamson showed me, another of my pillars, and it's the tilt of Williamson.
他说他现在他应用的东西只是一个他之前从 David Williamson 那边学到的东西，它叫做是一个 tilt，David Williamson 的 tilt。
And this is what happened. I take the deck face up with one card like a cover.
好，其中一张牌反面，
And
正
the
副牌
bucket,
反过来，然后一张牌在上面，
and the bucket with a break.
然后有一个 break 在两节中间。
I cut and I retain this bucket like so. I turn
切牌之后翻过
and
来，
I shuffle.
洗牌洗进去。
Of course, all card now is face up.
现在所有每一张牌都是正面朝上。
But everything is rational. A spectator is thinking what is happening. Is reconstruction that in his mind because this is not visual.
可是因为他这样子，现在这个画面其实没有很视觉化，就只是看到一点点而已。
Your brain associate this bucket is face down, and your brain associate this bucket is face up. But for associate that, your brain need to think.
所以可是我们现在，当然我们理想上我们会知道说，哦，好，那一叠现在是全部都是背面朝上，然后另外一叠是正面朝上。可是我们为了要达成这个目标的话，我们的头脑会需要去思考，会需要思考这件事情。
If I do this like a real, and I do that,
好，假如说我们真的洗进去了，
you
然后
don't
把它
need
摊
to
开来。
associate. You don't need to associate. You convincing yourself the card is face up and face down. You convincing yourself because this is visual.
所以假如说它真的是这样子洗进去了之后，然后摊开来，我们的头脑不用去思考，不用去想说，哦，下面的牌应该真的都是正反洗下来，因为我们实质上看到了就是了，这才是真正的视觉化。
This is rational because I need to think. This is visual because I convincing myself.
所以像它合起来的那个瞬间，这样子看起来比较像是一个理性的感觉，然后它这样子把摊开来的时候，才是真正的视觉化我们看到的感觉。
Because in this version of the triumph, it's not possible to show that.
虽然真的，其实如果真的要这样子摊开来的话，我们用我们的胜利者的程序没办法达成摊开来的这个动作。
What I do is to use another visual technique, okay, for to make the sensation of the self-convincing of the spectator by visual technique. For resume, for you can translate me. Because in this version is not possible to do that. What I do is to use another visual technique.
Sure. 所以他因为没办法摊开来，所以他用的是另外一个手法来达成就是这个视觉化的一个目标。
In this case, I do the visual, the Williamson tilt. The deck is like
做这个 Williamson tilt.
break and the bucket on top. I spread. I cut. I shuffle.
洗牌。
Okay. Until now, a spectator feel nothing. Everything a spectator needs reconstruction in his brain. It's not visual, nothing. Okay, you can see how I cut, I shuffle, and I square.
好，就是对观众来说，他其实没有在思考任何东西，他只是切牌反过来，然后推进去。
Using now the Williamson tilt, what I do is to make visual at this moment.
好，现在这个瞬间就是他要创造那个视觉化的效果。
Then what I do is I take the face down, and with my thumb I cut one or two cards. Doesn't matter, a little pocket, one or two.
所以他现在就是把上面那张唯一一张背面朝上的牌拿起来，然后用左手的大拇指推，大概1到2张没差。
And the face down I put the first or the second.
所以他把背面朝上那张牌放在第一张的第一个空或第二个空位没差。
Face up in the middle.
然后再把正面朝上的牌再开一点，然后再把它塞进去。
Second or third.
好，现在又是做一样的动作，再把它切起来，然后放进去。
Face up in the middle.
然后正面朝上的牌又把它打开，然后放在最中间。
Face down, second or third.
所以其实他刚才一直在做这个动作，其实背面朝上只是一直在拿同样一张牌。
I tell you second or third because when I push, sometimes I take one or sometimes I take two, but I don't care.
所以他通常会放在第2张或第3张牌，可是其实所以说这样说其实没差，因为他有时候可能推了2张，推了3张都一样，他放在哪里都一样。
So that in timing is unbelievable because the spectator is showing card face up and face down, 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 face up and face down. But this card always is the same.
所以对观众来说，他看到就是一大堆正反的牌，可是其实背面朝上的只有一张。
In the last moment, when I want to expose the face up cards, what I do is I put this card in the second again, and now I spread all cards except the last, of course.
他现在就是到最后他要展示的时候，他就只是把它放在大概可能第二张、第三张牌背面朝上放第二、第三，然后他一展牌没有把它全部展开来，然后观众看到的就是全部都是正面朝上。
If this is the spectator shoes,
如果是观众看到的话
I can put the second or third when I show the visual shuffle. And in the last moment, I put in the middle.
然后对观众来说看起来像是放在最中间。
So when I snap my finger, now all cards face down except the shoes card.
然后假如说是刚好是观众有选一张牌的话，那张背面朝上的就直接放在中间，一摊开来的时候就是观众的牌在中间，就是胜利者的效果了。
And now you can see how the pillars of the effect when the card is shuffling face up and face down is stronger because it's visual.
好，他说刚才讲的强调就是其中一个重点就是要让它有视觉效果的话，这个魔术本身就会变得更强。
I show you another example in a trick. I think I showed you that the last time, but doesn't matter. I recover it because I want to explain another thing.
他说他上次好像演过同样类似的一个魔术，只是他想要再讲另外一个概念。
So Vicent, tell me any value.
Any value? How about
Ace to king.
Sure, 10.
What value you want? 10.
10.
I don't know if this deck is complete or not, but I try to do with the 10, okay? But I don't know if it's complete. I try to do with the 10. So this is a triumph again. Then let me to put this camera and let me to shuffle the deck. I will take few cards face up and few cards face down until the last moment. You can see if I cut, every time I cut is more card face up and more card face down. I can shuffle one by one, doesn't matter. Not one by one because I have not a lot of time, but I shuffle like so. Face up and face down, face up and face down. You can see I square, one spectator can cut and complete, doesn't matter, face up and face down, face up and face down. It's not, I don't like you, it's exactly what I tell you, and I show until the last moment. Few cards face up, few cards face down, okay? Face up and face down, face up and face down. In these conditions, I try to find the four, what number you tell me? 10, right?
10, yes.
10, okay, look, I do nothing. I only snap my finger and the first 10 is coming. I snap my finger and the second 10 is coming. I snap my finger and the third 10 is coming, okay? And now, I don't look. I only look for another place, I cut, and the last 10 is coming. I know it's not a 10. I know it's a number 3. You know why? Because it's not the first, it's not the second, it's the number 3. How this is possible? Because the card face up and face down now is face down. Okay? All right. This is a trick. I love this trick, the New York Triumph. But you can see how this trick is unbelievable because it's very visual. Look, I show you now the original, more or less.
说这个魔术为什么会感觉看起来不可能，就是因为它视觉效果很强。
Look, I cut the deck. I put face up and face down. Okay? I cut. And now I shuffle face up and face down, 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 or I shuffle like so. Okay? And now the 10. 1, 2, 3, and let me to cut. Oh, this is a 3, no problem.
1, 2, 3, and the red is face down. Okay. Where is the effect? With the original, where is the effect? It's not visual. It's rational. It's one technique, another technique, another technique, another technique. Spectators don't feel the chaos.
所以他刚才只是重新演了同样的效果，只是对观众来说，这看起来是非常的合理、非常的理性、非常合理，所以其实没有任何的效果的存在在里面，就只是一招一个手法，又一个手法又一个手法，然后就变出了那4张石。
Okay, I will explain you the trick with all visual count. I do.
好，现在他解释一下他做的那些视觉效果，让这个魔术更精彩一点。他是刚做的。
I have the 4 10s and the number 3.
最刚开始先把4张10放在最下面，跟1张3。
In this moment, I spread. I cut. Every technique is very open. Every technique is very, very open. I
他
cut.
所有的手法都很自然，很开放。
And I put all this bucket face up. At the same time, I move this bucket to the right.
好，他切了一叠牌，然后同时间把另外那一叠往右推。
You can see how, when I talk about chaos, not only the technique is chaotic, my attitude also. My hand is coming completely open. My hand take the bucket and put the bucket. It's completely chaotic always.
所以他说他那个整体的混乱的感觉，不只是说他做的手法跟动作是混乱的，他其实整体的肢体动作跟他整体的态度都是很混乱，手是张开的，然后随便乱推，然后随便乱挥乱甩。
So when I spread again, the 3 and the 4 10 is here.
所以他重新再摊开来的时候，那4张10跟1张3，现在在牌的最中间。
Okay, let me to put the focus. Okay, now what I do is I cut for the card number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because the 5 is the 3 and the 4 10s.
好，所以他现在就是要在那一叠牌里面，大概把最下面那5张牌先把它切掉。
So I take the deck like so, and I put my thumb until the 5.
好，所以他这样子用左手把牌整个缠起来，然后大拇指放在第5张牌，然后把它
this
拖走。
moment, making more chaos with my hands, I move this bucket to the left, and I put all that on top.
好，这个瞬间他用右手把所有的牌全部都把它往下推，然后再把它拿起来那点再把它丢上去。
It's unbelievable how a spectator can see, convincing himself how card is face down and card is face up.
他说现在可以看到很明显的就是有一些是正面朝上，有一些是正面朝下。
Okay, now I recover it and I search the middle.
好，现在整理好了之后找中间。
If I don't find the middle with my thumb, okay, doesn't matter. I can open and search for the middle.
好，所以这个时间点你可以直接用大拇指切起来，把切到刚好中间。可是如果找不到也没关系，就直接摊开来把中间找到，然后
Now remember, here is the 3 and the 10s.
好，现在记得最上面那些是4张10跟1张3。
So I take the half and I turn this bucket, the left.
好，所以把左手那一叠牌翻过来。
Now both buckets is face up, except the 10 and the 3.
现在2叠牌都是正面朝上，除了我们刚才预先准备好的4张10跟1张3。
Now I start to shuffle one by one, face up, face down, until I put the card number 4.
好，现在就是一张一张往下发，然后就是发一张正面朝上、正面朝下，这样子一张一张发，直到我们发到最后那一张背面朝上的牌。
It's very easy because the number 4 is the 4 10s. 1 10, any card, another 10, any card, another 10, any card, and the other 10. Here is the 3.
好，现在就是一张3在最上面。
Now I shuffle this bucket with this bucket. Faro's tail, but not the faro, of course. Faro's tail, like so.
putting this card like a top. This is not Faro, it's Faro style.
它只是这样子洗进去，它不是真正的一个 Pharaoh， 不是一个真正的完美洗牌，它只是把它插进去，然后把最上面那张牌保留在最上面，背面朝上在最上面。
I take the packet and I put puff.
然后他把整叠就直接甩到桌面上。
Every time, every movement is making a visual impact.
现在他做的所有的动作都是一个视觉化的一个冲击，一个冲击。
When I square like so. Until the last moment, spectator is watching face up and face down.
好，所以他那个整理牌的时候，那个瞬间他的动作会反复的这样子戳那个牌，这样子牌会晃动，然后就会观众都可以看得到有正面朝上的牌，也有背面朝上的牌。
But really, all carry face up except the 3 and the 10s.
但其实说实在，只是下面的那4张10跟最上面一张3是背面朝上，没有其他的是背面朝上。
In this moment, before I square completely, before that, I invited to the spectator catch and complete, and the spectator catch and complete.
在完全真的合起来之前，他会叫观众直接切一叠牌，然后切牌切上去，在很混乱的状态下。
Why I do that? Because now a spectator is a part of the shuffles moment.
为什么要这样做？就是因为现在这个观众已经是在洗牌的这个环节中的一部分了。
Now I take the deck, I square the deck, and when I open to show how the card is mixing, what I do is I open from the middle, opening directly for the card is face up and face down. I don't open for another place. I open directly for where is the card face up and face down.
好，现在他重新在摊牌的时候，他只摊中间的牌，让大家看到有正反面的牌，他不会摊到其他的地方。
If I want to show both sides,
如果想看两边都要看的话
because for this part is no good because it's the 10s.
哦，因为这个瞬间往旁边翻的话，你会看到全部都是10，所以不太适合这样翻开来。
But what I do is I cut for putting like a first any card face up, and I use this card for cover the face of the 10. And now like a flash, I can show.
好，所以他这个时候会把最上面那张牌正面朝上的牌最下面的那张往后拉一点点，然后盖住第一张10，然后很快的给大家看一下后面长什么样子，所以不会真的看到都是10这个瞬间。
Because if I don't put this card, the people can see a 10.
因为如果不放的话，这个瞬间大家都会看到有10，然后同时会看到后面的10。
And also, when I do that, I divide the focus.
然后他做那个翻牌的动作的时候，他其实也有在做错误引导。
Because remember, here is the number 3. So I push the 3 and I show everything.
哦，然后因为另外一张是一张3，然后他只是往外推一点点，然后往后翻，然后全部都给观众看。是不是暂停了
？Hey Danny， 好像不会动了，对不对
？Hello。
Hi Danny。好，看一下连线有点问题啊。好，没关系，我们先处理一下连线的问题，等一下 Dani 哈，然后在过程大家有什么问题，都可以在聊天室打出来。好，我看有一个人问说他刚没有解释说他怎么样找出那4张10嘛，对不对？他刚没有解释，等一下我来问一下 Dani。好，稍等一下。好。大家除了刚刚的问题，因为我们现在其实剩下将近半个小时了，然后 最后我想 Q&A 时间可能很少，所以如果大家有什么问题，大家可以直接先丢上去，我会挑几个问题在最后的时间 Q&A 的时间来问我们的 Danny 哦。
Danny 现在好像没什么声音。We can't hear Danny right now.
Hey Danny,
Yes, I don't know what happened.
There we go.
Now listen
Yeah,
me.
we can hear you now.
Yeah, we
Yep,
can
yep,
hear you. Yeah.
now.
I don't know what's happening. My Zoom closed. I don't know.
It's
Okay. I continue from where I go. Remember, was the 10 and the
Yes.
3.
Yes.
And in this moment, what I do is I cut, putting the 10 on top.
所以他现在这个瞬间会切盘，然后把所有的10的那些把它放在上面。
But this is not natural. This is very strange.
可是这个动作看起来很不自然。
Then what I do is I turned, and when I turn, this packet is under this other.
所以他会把两叠再翻回来，然后很顺势的右手那叠稍微放下面一点，然后很自然的它就看起来比较在下面的地方，然后直接放进去。
Okay, the action is this one. Puff, puff, puff. Okay, and now I turn everything. But everything is done.
OK，
这个时候瞬间所有的东西都完成了。
Everything is done. Now I do the slit cut. 1 10, another 10, another 10, and now to finish clear.
然后现在要完成这整个魔术的时候
And before the second 10, the last 10 is in the second position, what I do is I only pass the 3 from bottom to top.
这个瞬间只会把一张3放上来。
Doing a double cut. I take the break,
做一个
I cut, I add, and I pass to the top position.
他就只是做一般的空牌，把那张3空上去。
So I say, oh, this is a 3, but this is a 3 because 3 10s is in stage, or because it's not the number 1, it's not the number 2, it's the number 3. Puff.
他就会把最上面那张牌，说是一张3，为什么不是10？就是因为他把它翻过来之后，10会在第3个位置。
And the rest of the deck face down.
然后剩下所有的牌都是背面朝上。
You can see how using a visual technique, okay, the effect is stronger.
所以使用了一个比较像是视觉化的一个手法，让整个魔术的体验看起来比较更精彩一些。
Danny,
Okay.
someone wanna ask a question. In the beginning, you ask Vincent to name any value, and can you
Okay.
explain how do you get the 10 in the beginning?
This is a very good example now how I can put the focus out of the original action for to control the tense.
他说就是跟刚才一样，就是他把焦点移开来，然后来找到那4张10，然后控制到他想要的地方。
This is to tell you, don't look the face-up aces. You remember the example of the beginning? It's exactly that what I do. Then what I
跟刚
do,
才完全一样。
I tell you, Vincent, tell me any number.
他刚叫我随便说随便一个数字。
Tell me any number. No, another, because then I have controlling.
再讲一个。
OK. How about 3?
But you know, not 3, because 3 is the card I have here. You can listen me. This is only because you know, but I can use the 3 or the 4 or the 5. Doesn't matter. But this is only for, don't tell me a card I have under my control. Tell me any number.
6.
Okay. If I ask you, tell me a number. Now, this 6 is important for everybody.
好，这瞬间我说了6之后，这个6对大家来说是一个非常重要的一张牌。
every action I do, the people is associating the number 6 to the action I am doing.
所以现在
Because the
大家都
6,
会，
because the 6 now is in the atmosphere. The 6 is a new information for everybody.
因为现在这样子之后，说了那个6这个数字之后，6这个数字已经在这个空气中会是一个很重要的存在，所以大家都会非常的注意，说他做的所有的动作都会跟6有关。
Then what you need to do is the 6 is not important for the people. The focus need to be in a completely different place.
所以现在就是要达成的一个目标，就是让6不是一个重点，让它重点在其他的地方。
If I am talking and for you is interesting what I say,
如果他说的东西是很有趣或者是很特殊的东西，让人感兴趣的东西的话，
your brain put the focus in what I am saying, not in what I am doing.
所以我们就会我们头脑就会比较花更多的心思去听他在说什么，而不是说他在做什么。
What I do now at the moment is exactly the same example.
所以他现在做这个东西就是一个举例。
Because the 6 is no anymore in the deck. The 6 is on the table.
哦，
因为他其实，因为我现在他刚才讲解这些东西，对我们来说都非常的有兴趣，我们会很专心在听他说什么。但其实他在讲解这一切的时候，那4张6都已经被他偷走了，放在右边。
While I am talking and why? Because the people don't feel I am searching.
因为他在讲的同时，大家不会觉得他在找牌。
Why? Because in the moment I am searching, I am putting interesting questions.
因为他在找牌的同时，他也在丢出一些有意思的一些问题丢出去问大家。
For example, I tell you, Vicent, tell me any number.
7.
But you know what is the problem?
What?
You know what is the problem?
Yeah. What is the problem?
This is what I say. After you tell me 7, I tell you, but you know what is the problem? For example, and now everybody ask himself, what is the problem?
OK， 所以他一问我他问我说，哎，那是你知道现在有什么问题吗？然后现在这个瞬间，大家在思考的东西已经不是我选的那张7，而是说大家在思考的是，哎，所以现在的问题是什么？
And now the 7 is not important for the people.
所以现在那张7已经完全不重要了，大家都只在思考问题是什么。
Because for the people, the important is to know what is the problem.
所以现在那个焦点已经被引导到问题是什么。
And I contour the 7 in the top of the deck. Or the 7 or any card I want.
所以这个瞬间他就把那4张7给控制到最上面。
Using the culling from Hoffinger, because for me it's the faster and more natural technique.
他说他用的手法是sorry, could you repeat from who it was?
Hoffinger.
Hoffinger.
Culling. The culling is this one.
Culling from yeah， 他直接用扣把牌扣出去的扣牌。
Okay, I have 4 cards face down. Okay, I show you the cards. This is the first card face down. This is the second card face down. This is the third and the fourth card face down. And now the card is on the top. This is a Hoffinger culling. And I explain if you want. And this is, I spread. When I see a face down card,
看到一张背面朝上的牌的时候
I put my thumb, my left thumb, in the card next to this card. In this case, in the J.
他左手会把它放在右边那一叠的下一张牌。
With the long finger of my right hand, I have the contact under the expression, under the spread, with the face down.
所以他右手那张牌会 碰着背面朝上的一张牌，在牌底后
And
面
I
的时候
push
接触它。
And I push and move this card to the right. And you can see how it vanishes from the spread.
它背面朝上的
From
牌会
here
往后
to
拉。
here. The card now is here. Okay, you can see. Pop, 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 and pop. Now the card, I move until here. You don't see because it's under the spread. So when I close, this card is on the bottom. In normal action, this is what happened. Pluff, 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 and it's here. Okay? In normal action from the bottom side, this is what happened. Puff, puff, puff. Okay? And also you can do that multiple.
这样也可以靠很多张牌。
Puff, puff. Okay, it's here. I move for show. Puff and puff. Okay? Look this. Look this. I shuffle and shuffle. And now look. Is that? I don't know how I can show that to the camera, for the camera can see. I think you can see. Okay? Ta 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 ta. This is the multiple cut. The cal from Hoffinser. Ta 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 ta. And what you do is separating red and black. Okay? Do exactly the same, separating the color. So, if you want to contour 4 cards, I combine it, the Hoffinser cal with the Actitude.
所以他如果想要找4张牌把它控制出来的话，他会用这个扣的方式，然后同时再加一段表演。
And now you can see the example.
举例
Vicent, tell me any number.
5.
You know what's the problem, Vicent? In this trick, usually some spectators think a card, but I can do this trick without thinking a card. It's okay for you? It's possible you
Sure.
don't think? It's possible you tell me a number. What number you tell me?
5 earlier.
5 is okay for you? And
Yeah,
I have
sure.
the 5. You can see how I am putting the focus always in another places. I am doing the calling, but for the spectator, something is more important than what I am doing.
Yes. 总之就是他现在做的东西就是他在讲解这个魔术的，他永远都会把重点放在他不是我在选的那张牌，而是说重点放在其他的地方，然后在这个同时做他在控牌的那个动作上。
I am talking always about the same. To handling the focus of the spectator. Why you don't see the aces face up? Because you are looking, the card is face down. Here is the same. Why you don't see I controlling the 5? Because your brain is searching for another thing. It's the same.
他说为什么我们刚才看不到那4张 A？ 原因是因为我们在找背面朝上的牌。现在这里是为什么我们看不到他在找4张5？原因是因为我们在想其他的东西，是完全一模一样的道理，只是说我们被引导到去思考其他东西去了。
I would like to finish. I don't finish yet, but later I continued. But with some technique for to make more visual the pillars.
所以他想要再让跟我们讲一下怎么样子让魔术更视觉化。
For example, I love this one. I cut, okay, and I put few cards face up and few cards face down. Okay, it's a real. You can see how it's real. And also I shuffle. I shuffle, putting card face up and face down. You can see card face out, card face down, face up and 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 face down. Few cards face up, few cards face down. It's true what I tell you. Cards face up and face down. But all card now is face down. Okay? how you control the block of face up and face down.
要怎么样子控制这个正面朝上跟正面朝下的牌？
Remember, this is not a trick. Remember, this is only a technique. It's an example. It's not a trick. I show you like a trick, but it's not a trick. You need to do that in the middle of a real trick.
他说他演的这个东西不是表演本身，它只是一个手法。你要再把这个东西应用在其他的地方，魔术的其他地方。
Okay, this is what I do. I cut half and half.
切一半。
Okay? Now, you remember when I explained you the, let me do from the beginning. You remember when I explained you the optical shuffle, okay? I combined
就刚开始做的那个手的洗牌法。
I combined the optical shuffle with a real shuffle.
所以他同时把那个他最刚开始教的那个假洗跟他其他一些真正的洗牌合并在一起运用。
Okay, the deck is face up and face down. Now, I start to shuffle, then I cut. If, when I cut, this card and this card is looking for the same way,
如果他切牌的时候，两张就是他这两叠的牌都是朝一模一样的方向的话
if it's looking for the same way, I can shuffle and finish like so.
他可以就直接这样往下洗，然后结束的时候他稍微抖一下，然后让后面看到的是有其他就是另外一面的牌，让我们看到。
But if when I cut, the card is looking from different ways.
如果切牌的时候看到两边，一边是正面朝上，另外一边的最上面的牌是背面朝下、背面朝上的话
，in this moment I cannot shuffle. So what I do is that.
所以这个瞬间他不能洗牌，不然会混乱。所以他做的事情是直接放下去，然后稍微摇一下。
I can shuffle, no shuffle, shuffle, no shuffle, shuffle, no shuffle. Shuffle, I can shuffle, no shuffle. Okay?
所以在他切开来的那个瞬间，决定说他到底可不可以洗牌。
No shuffle, 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 no shuffle. So, in the moment I search for one face down, face back to back or face to face, I have the deck like in the beginning. Half face up and half face down.
所以这个瞬间，他只要找到两张背面互相背面对着背面的牌，看到那里的时候分开来，然后往下放，他就会回到他最原始的那个样子。
Okay, this is a very good. What's more, let me one thing. Now, I would like to show you a trick. And with this trick, you listen me? Yes. Okay. I think again. Okay. And with this trick, I finish this part. And later in the workshop, I will explain a lot of technique. Okay, using to make many things.
那现在稍微做一个总结，然后接下来下一段的workshop 的时候，他会再继续讲解更多跟手法有关的东西。
But I would like to finish showing how it's possible you can do a trick without visual actions, where the spectator is imagining everything what is happening because the effect happened under the table.
所以他现在想要给大家看，就是一个完全不需要看到任何东西，就是没有任何视觉的部分，只要给观众想象就可以达成的一个魔术。
If you have not a reference, you need to imagine. If you imagine, always you exaggerate. Okay? For example, if I tell you, you remember I throw the cards and you take any card you want, right? And the spectator say yes.
好，就是他现在就是我们只要用我们想象的话，叫我们用想象的话，我们心里想的画面会更加的夸张。像他现在说，把一叠牌往上丢，然后抽了一张牌， 那这个时候
if I say I throw the card, everybody feel the card was flying. The card was many cards, and you take any card you want, because this action is in your imagination.
好，他现在说的那个东西就是做了那个动作，就是把牌往上丢，然后叫观众想象，就是从那一叠牌，就是在天上飞的牌抽了一张牌，对观众来说是一个很混乱，然后很夸张的一个动作。
But it's possible I only do that. Take a card, and you take any card. It's possible I only do that. But if you don't see this moment, okay, later when I say, you remember I throw the card and you take one card, a spectator want to imagine. And because a spectator is imagining, the imagination is stronger than the reality. And it's good for me, for the magician.
所以他当然也可以就直接用落牌，然后抽出一张牌给观众看。可是对他来说，对一个魔术师来讲，假如说观众看到的、想象出来的是把一整叠往上丢，然后随便抓到一张牌，对魔术师来说，这个强大的效果，这个心理上的一个画面，其实比较好。
And a very good example of this concept is a new concept, okay, introduced in this lecture. A very good example is the next trick, with which one I finished this lecture with this concept, and also for you can see this concept in action.
好，就是它这个是一个新的观念，然后当做一个这个研习会的一个结尾。
So it's very short, and this is.
Now I will play with a special trick. The name of this trick is the name of this trick is the memory trick. I try to do the special trick with the memory. I use the memory in this trick, but it's special because it's the photographic memory. Then, please, Harry, can you take the deck? Can you spread and tell me if every card is face down?
Yes.
Really? No card face up. He don't do a special shuffle. Okay, put the deck under the table. Okay, and cut. You know what is cut?
Yes.
Meow. Cut. Okay, cut the half of the deck. Cut the half of the deck and put this half face up on the other part.
Yes.
Yes. Now the card is not like so. The card is no shuffle yet, but the card is now is face up and face down. This is true.
Yes.
This is not a triumph. This is a special photographic memory. Then shuffle a little like so, and meow and complete. Very good. Very good. And put the deck here. Wait. Now the deck is not like so. Now the deck little by little, because his shuffle is face up and face down, face up and face down, face up and face down. But this is not the triumph. This is give me the deck. This is a photographic deck. Can you point any person who you want? Any person here. See? Okay. I will to pick with the name pick when I do the pick in the car is a pick. How pick in the car is the pick. Okay. I pick like so. And I tell you how many cards face up or how many cards face down. Tell me, what card you want? Face up or face down?
Face up.
Face up. I try. Photographic memory. Face up now. Face up. No. Face up is 22 cards. Face up. 22 cards. The card that is face up is 22. Check. No. Is 18. I don't know how I can do that. 18. It's not 22. It's 18. It's 18. Check. No. It's. You tell me face up?
Yeah, face up.
Face up is no 18. I think it's 14 or no card face up. No. You shuffle face up and face down?
Yeah, of course.
No card face up. Wow.
Okay, you can see how the important pillar of this effect is. What was it? My computer taught me. The important piles of this effect is a spectator shuffle face up and face down under the table. This is the important
这个魔术的一个这个魔术的重点就是观众在那个桌子底下洗了牌，然后是洗正反面。
If you imagine that in your head, you imagine how the deck is completely shuffled face up and face down. But this is not true. because spectators shuffle under the instructions of the magician.
所以对，在我们的想象当中，就是我们想象就是正反正反的很多张牌混合在一起，可是其实这没有真的是这样子，它其实是因为我们以魔术师的指示在洗牌。
So this is what happened. In the beginning, I bent a little the deck.
所以他在魔术最刚开始的时候把牌稍微折了一些。
So I say the spectator cut and turned.
他是说大概切牌然后翻过来。
And now I say shuffle, cut and complete. When the spectator shuffle, what happens is first you shuffle face up with face up. And second, you shuffle in the middle, few cards, and after you finish shuffling, face down with face down.
所以其实观众在做的牌就是先洗牌，然后正面朝上的牌会先跟正面朝上的牌叠在一起，然后到后面的时候是背面朝上的牌会跟背面朝上的牌叠在一起。
In the majority of part, a spectator never shuffle the deck.
但是其实实质上观众其实没有真的洗到牌。
But if the spectator shuffle, only shuffle a little group. Only that is possible happened.
所以如果有的话，真的有洗到牌的话，其实大概就只有一点点会被洗过去，没有真的很多。
Why? Because the spectator shuffle, and when it's in the middle, it's possible a spectator through a little block of face down with face up.
因为这个时间他说不定把那个一叠，
continue shuffling.
他可能一不小心把一叠正面朝上跟背面朝上的牌一起丢下去，这倒是有可能。
In this case, only shuffle a group.
所以大概这个时候就只有一些牌会被洗进去。
But why? Why for the spectator is not very important to shuffle face up and face down? Because if you see, I play with expectation in the trick. I say, this is not a triumph.
所以他说，对观众来说，那个在洗牌的观众来说，要把它洗成正反的牌不是重点，原因是因为他在最刚开始的时候就强调说，这不是一个胜利者的魔术。
Because if I pretend to do a triumph, a spectator want to shuffle very well, face up and face down, because now the spectator know what you try to do.
因为这个时候，如果你最刚开始就先说，你要表演的是一个胜利者，这个时候他就会很刻意的想要把牌洗得非常的乱，正反洗得非常的乱。
But I say in the beginning, this is not triumph. This is a visual memory. Look, cut the half and put face up. Because the spectator don't have expectation, a spectator don't know for what he's doing that, a spectator don't care to shuffle very well.
因为他最刚开始只是说这是一个记忆的魔术，他没有觉得说要把它洗得非常的正反非常乱是一个重点，所以他不会真的很刻意的去洗。
2 minutes, I'm finished. I'm sorry, only 2 minutes. So, a spectator is shuffling under your instruction, but because the rest of the spectator think this is not a triumph, a spectator is not associating what he's doing with the effect, is not connecting with the effect.
就是因为他在那个当下洗牌的时候，没有真的在思考说他把它洗到非常的乱，所以他没有真的连接到说最后的胜利者会跟他洗牌感觉很乱有关。虽然其他观众会觉得他洗得非常的乱。
It's later when I say, yes, it's a triumph. But now it's very far in the memory. Now everybody feel he shuffle face up and face down under the table a lot. It's not true. He only shuffle.
是到最后他说其实这是一个胜利者魔术的时候，大家才可以回想得到说，他刚才在底下好像真的是有洗过牌，然后好像真的是有正反洗，然后大家才会觉得说，刚才好像真的有点乱，但实质上其实没有。
Look, only this part is few seconds from the beginning. Look.
Now I will play with a special trick. The name of this trick is the name of this trick is the memory trick. I try to do the special
memory trick, no triumph, memory trick. special trick with the memory. I use the memory in this trick, but it's special because it's the photographic memory. Then, please, Harry, can you take the deck? Can you spread and tell me if every card is face down?
Yes.
Really? No card face up. He don't do a special shuffle. Okay, put the deck under the table. Okay, and cut. You know what is cut?
Yes.
Meow. Cut. Okay, cut the half of the deck. Cut the half of the deck, and put this half face up on the other part.
Yes.
Yes. Now the card is not like so. The card is no shuffle yet. But look how the card. Look how what I am doing is with my hands. I am exaggerating what is happening under the table. Okay, a spectator is imagining also because he's watching me. I continue. The card is now is face up and face down. This is true. Yeah, this is not a triumph. This is a special photographic memory. Then shuffle a little, like so, and meow. Shuffle a little and catch and complete. Shuffle a little and catch and complete. No shuffle. No. Is face up and face down? Yes. Okay. Shuffle a little and catch and complete. So a spectator, what he do is shuffle and catch and complete. Nothing more. He shuffle very little. But because the rest of a spectator don't have expectation, don't feel he shuffle very little because a spectator is searching nothing. I don't know if you understand.
所以他刚才就是在洗牌的过程当中，他是其实有把用手势去表示说他好像交叉在一起，让夸饰他在桌子底下看起来好像非常乱的感觉，但实质上其实在指示下他说的是洗牌洗一点点，然后再切牌切回去，所以实质上洗到的东西其实没有很多，只是用手势的方式去表示说，哎，好像真的洗了很多，所以观众却觉得非常的乱，正反非常的乱。
And now. This is what happened. The deck is bent in the beginning. The spectator shuffle, taka. When I recover the deck, because the deck is bent, I can see where I need to cut. And
现在因为
like, I'm sorry, yeah, translate.
Yeah. 因为他那个洗完牌了之后拿回来，因为他稍微事先有先折过了牌，所以他现在就知道要从哪里切牌。
And like I explained you how I calling the tens, you remember? At the same time I'm talking and putting the focus in another place is when I am reconstructing the deck.
所以就跟刚才一样，他在跟我们讲说，他在聊天的同时在做靠牌的动作，他现在也是一样，他在讲解在聊天的时候也在重新组合这副扑克牌。
Remember, if you feel the deck is a lot of mix,
如果发现就是很混乱的话
it's not true. It's only a little packet.
但其实实质上大概就是只有几个地方会需要把它拿出来，它其实没有真的很乱。
Then the first thing I do is to pass this packet to here. This is very easy without spread. This is very easy because I can see.
好，现在就是只要把最上面那一叠往下移，然后非常的简单。
I pass this packet to top. And now I can see. Now I can see how it's only this packet is out of the order. You can see.
现在就只剩下那一小叠是在不正确的位置里面。
Okay, all this is face up, and the rest is face down, except the middle. This is the packet. So it's very, very easy. I only need to cut. Look, it's face up, and now take the packet, and this is what I do. Puff and turn. Puff. Nothing more. Now it's face up and face down. Now for finish, I only need to turn this packet. And it's very easy to cut with the thumb, because remember, the deck is bent, so the card is very easy to access.
所以回到刚才那个动作，它只是需要稍微把最上面那一叠拿出来，拿起来之后，然后发现唯一剩下正面朝上的牌，用大拇指稍微推一下，因为它有稍微事先折过牌，所以其实推起来这个动作很容易就可以把唯一正面朝上的牌稍微推出来，然后再把它切到最上面。
Look very, very difficult, but it's very, very easy.
他说看起来很难，但实质上其实很简单。
Okay, guys, with that I finish.
好，就差不多到此结束。
I would like to show you some products, streaming products. for if you are interested.
他说他想要给我们看一些他的产品。
Okay, this is the product. This is the DVD by Buddy Aragon and me. This is more than 3 hours.
他说是一个大于3小时的一个他跟 Woody 一起合作的一个影片。
This is 10 hours of magic here and now. Some of the trick I show you is coming from here.
然后这个是其中一个，另外一个是叫做 Here and Now，大概有10个小时的影片。
This is another 6 hours of magic here and now too.
像这是 Here and Now 2，然后是另外的6个小时的影片。
This is or not. This is one of the trick I make many years ago, or not.
Or not 是其中一个表演，他很久以前做过的。
Tamariz DVD. This is the production I make for Juan. This is more than 12 hours of Juan. This is a DVD I produced some years ago.
哦，这个是他 Juan Tamariz 的影片，大概有12个小时的东西。
This is the last production I made with Penguin Magic and Grupo Cap. This is more than, or no more. It's almost 15 hours of any cars, any number versions.
这个是15小时的版本，里面有很多安坎的，就是 any card and any number 的版本。
And this is more than 10 hours about lapping, talking with my brother Jan Frisch.
就是这个是一个 lap 的一个影片，跟 Jan Frisch 一起合作，在讨论 lap 这个手法。
All product is streaming. All product you can see at the same time to buy. And usually all products together is almost $500.
他说，这些每个东西都是可以直接在线上看，买了之后就可以直接线上看，然后一起买的话大概$500。
But it's more than 40 hours of magic.
但那个加在一起大概超过40小时的内容可以让你看。
But this is a special pack I use in this lecture. Everything is only for $80, 80.
他因为这次研习会他打折，就是原本大概快$450的东西，变成$80打折。
So you can take the QR code and go directly to the website of Grupo Capt where you can buy that. This is no access from the website. This is only access from this code.
说如果要用这个QR code 才可以扫描，才有办法就是拿到这个打折，因为在其他地方会找不到，所以要的话可以赶快先扫。
So see you later. Thank you very, very, very much, and I hope you enjoy.
好
，Thank you, Danny. Thank you.
Thank you very, 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 very much.
好的
See you later.
Okay, see you later.